Hello, and welcome to Great Mate Sports. Just here in time, we're running a little bit late, but we're on now. We've got Arsenal just after starting against Villa. I'm joined here today, Wolfhounds Bear, by Jack has joined us today, and Shane here, of course, as ever beside me.
How's it going?
Hopefully it's a good old game. What do you reckon, lads? Who's going to take this one down?
Well, we'll probably, I don't know whether you want to put up the teams or not, but Arsenal are missing their two centre halves, so
Huge loss.
huge loss.
Product placement.
I fancy Villa to get a result. I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. Two boys are huge loss from corners as well, Gabriel and
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Saliba.
massive. Yeah, sure. But it's not even just defensively, going forward.
Oh, yeah, sure.
huge.
It's-
It's their secret weapon all season.
It is. You're
Yeah.
hardly going to be relying on Havertz for a hat-trick. So.
Yeah, no, they're struggling big time for goals, aren't they, Arsenal?
What, their top scorers, Havertz, is he 7?
It was, and Saka, sure, what was second with 5, was it?
Five.
Something like that.
Jesus had nearly caught him, sure, in the 1 or 2 games at the hat-trick.
Hey, Bryony.
Brian Flannery is giving lots of praise to Darren Núñez, a bit like me. You're
yeah.
probably eating some of the words that you said about him, Brian, in the last couple of weeks. A couple of goals from him were never so badly needed to do it. We'll welcome it. If
That
those
must be
Villa
his
could
first-
get a result here now,
Must
that'd
be
be
his
a big
first
help.
few goals for a while, it says it.
I hadn't scored ages. Ages. I can't tell you how long, but like, tis fucking. It's back to. Could be going back to September, like.
That was
Yeah,
only
yeah.
his 3rd and 4th goal, I think they were saying, of the Premier League. Fucking not great at all. For him.
Not great. No, and he has missed some hatful of chances, like.
That's the thing about him, though. For a striker to get so many chances, the amount that he misses is crazy.
Nuts. Now, I don't think other players would get the chances he's getting.
Yeah.
He creates a lot of them from himself and with his pace and with his work rate. And he has, anytime I've seen him this season, I think his work rate has been much better in this system.
Yeah,
But
I always thought
you
he was
have to
very good
finish,
like
like.
that. Yeah, like his work rate is brilliant, but his actual
Another
finishing.
great corner from Arsenal.
I just can't understand it, the lads. But they play good football. They're very solid at the back. Why the fuck haven't they gone away and bought a good striker?
It's
Do you know,
madness,
clue.
yeah.
just makes no sense to me.
And now they're
In
trying
fact,
to,
Núñez would be a brilliant signing.
Yeah,
he would. Yeah,
he'd
he
be a
would.
hell of a lot better than what they have. I mean, Havertz has never struck me as a striker. He
But I don't
isn't
think-
one.
Oh, back post. Great
Goes.
save. Martinez.
Martinez, yeah.
He's a great keeper.
Martinelli coming in around the back.
But I think Arsenal are after going off now. They're linked with Zubamendi, the guy Liverpool are trying to get.
But is he midfielder?
But
Is
he's
he,
a
no?
defensive midfielder.
defensive midfielder. Which the last thing Arsenal need. Like,
Seems strange.
They have
yeah.
Rice, they have Jorginho, they
Well, no,
have
Gabriel is playing.
Party.
yeah, doesn't make sense at all.
So who's missing? Saliba. is it?
Saliba's missing.
Saka is a big loss, though, isn't he?
Massive, sure.
Like,
yeah.
he was really
But like,
driving them
we're just speaking of goals. He's 10 assists. Like,
Yeah.
Timber
Do you know-
is playing beside him, I think. Party is playing right back.
you're right, okay.
I'm amazed they didn't go after the likes of Osimhen or someone like that. Arsenal. Like,
What
just to
happened
get
there?
that
It was that
piece.
he ended up in Turkey or
Yeah,
something.
he's gone off to
Strange.
Turkey. Yeah, a lot of European clubs kind of missed out on him, but it's a weird one.
It was like he must have kicked up a stink or something, and because
Like
he didn't get the
he-
transfer, and then I suppose
Yeah, he won the league with Napoli. He was the top scorer in Serie A, and then couldn't get a
Yeah.
move out of there.
And are Napoli, did I see looking to sign Garnacho, are they?
Yeah,
rumor has it they made an
Yeah.
offer, but I think it was 40 million or something. But
United are looking for closer to 70, I think, for him.
well, they won't get that anyway. But
No,
I'm kind of torn with Garnacho, to be honest with you.
You got 70 million, well, 40 might be, it's probably a little cheap. But you got 50 or 60 million for him now, it'd be very hard to turn
like he's
down.
a young guy. There's potential there, right? There's just certain things about him and that I'm not sure I'm gone on.
he's fierce, wasteful on the ball, though. Garnacho.
And so I don't know. I mean, it's Manu who's been poor enough this season. I'm not going to lie, he has but he's a guy I definitely wouldn't sell. But Garnacho, I wouldn't lose a massive amount of sleep. I think there's huge potential there, but
Scholes is saying a similar thing now. He's saying if the right bid came in for Garnacho, he'd definitely let him go. But
Yeah, he's an academy player as
Yeah.
well, so he's one that'll do harm from a
financial fair
perspective.
But
the other side of it too is like
Good ball here.
Odegaard.
I see
lead.
Tyrone Mings is back in for Villa.
He's a solid enough player, Mings, to be fair to him.
He is.
The other thing I would
The other two players have really impressed me this season from now. I think Matty Cash has been very good right back, and your man Rogers has been fucking really good.
Oh, yeah, he's unreal. It's mad. He came from the City Academy as well.
Was he?
Rodgers. Yeah. Came from there too.
go away.
So if you think of the players there after losing now, say like Rodgers, Palmer, like there's some big names there that are delivering that they've let go for nothing really.
They had so
Yeah.
many. Like, it just goes to show how much,
Yeah, I
how
suppose.
many players they had in the books at underage. Like, you know, and then they had cast the net fairly wide. Like,
Exactly. I suppose like 2 or 3 years ago, you would have said, sure, they don't need him like the way they were going, but I'd say they'd be crying out for him now.
yeah, Permier looks like one that should never have let go. Anyway, in fairness, he's been very good this season.
Looks like they just
And last
swept
season.
up all the academies for the cream of the crop, haven't they? Just
Yeah.
all the
Sure, that's
best
where
young
you're-
lads.
Well, pre-FFP, that's where you could spend a lot of money and get a lot of bang for your buck. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jeez, if only a percentage of them came good, you're in the money.
Yeah, you
'cause
are,
they're-
yeah.
They're cheap to get.
There's a lot of them looking at the South American market now too, isn't there? Like Brazilians and all, trying to bring them all in, and the Argentinian league.
But the problem there, getting the visas, does it?
Yeah, they have to be over 18 then as well. They brought in a new rule that
just
they
the
can't-
the Irish players know it's a
they
Brexit
can't
thing.
sign
Like.
a proper contract till they're
Yeah.
18. Yeah,
That's why the League of Ireland has such an uptake in quality, because there's a lot of players who would be gone that
At this
just can't
stage,
go.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, sure. And the young lad we signed, is he from Paraguay? Is he the left back?
Yeah,
United signed him.
Lyon,
and I think
yeah.
you have to wait until he's on 18, is he yet, I think, or something?
Yeah,
he's not
18
coming till the
in
summer, I think, anyway.
yeah. He's a big fella though. Like he's 17-year-old, but he's strong. Like,
He'll need that anyway.
yeah,
who's going down? Is that Odegaard? In fairness to
Looks like him.
Odegaard, lads, he is absolutely
quality.
class.
Yeah, he's just lethal dangerous.
Like, he really is up there with the top midfielders in the Premiership.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for me this season now, you have him. I think for Liverpool, Gravenberch and McAllister have been excellent.
yeah,
Gumieres for Newcastle.
yeah.
yeah,
He's been consistently
he's been
good.
really
They've won
good.
9 in a row now, lads, or something like that. Newcastle.
Until today.
Oh, go away. Who
They
beat
got-
them today?
They were
Hockey,
lost 4-1 to Bournemouth.
Holy at home.
At
What,
home.
Newcastle are home. Wow, Jesus, that's some smack in the
Absolutely
face.
hockeyed.
Yeah. It's gas. Like, I think as soon as you're in the title race, teams seem to start to
Yeah,
falter. Like, it happened with Chelsea. They were right in it, and then they went in a run of 5
Jeez,
games without a win.
yeah.
No, don't get me wrong, Bournemouth are good, but I wouldn't have seen a thumping like that coming at home.
Yeah,
from Newcastle.
like
They did a
the-
good win during the week again. No, it depends on. Unless he
Gumieres
rested-
got the goal today, but like they were saying, Isaac, I think, had scored either 7 or 8 in a row. So they were saying, could he get Vardy's record? Like, Vardy was 11 in a row the year
Yeah.
they won the
Yeah,
they won the title. Like,
Yeah, I saw that
and they had
today,
7 Premier League wins in a row, like 27 points from 27, and
Yeah.
plus 2 cup wins on 9 in a row.
yeah, some going.
Unfucking real.
But it just goes
And
to
then
show
you
you.
get paid by Bournemouth. We're playing unreal
Yeah,
now. There's no
Bournemouth-
harm.
Bournemouth are unbeaten.
Oh,
for 10 games.
they're a
Yes,
solid
they're a
outfit.
solid
Oh,
outfit.
yeah.
Even they had a pile
Yeah,
of
yeah.
injuries, and they got a great result against Chelsea, 2-2. And
Yeah.
they had a shed load of fucking
Yeah.
injuries.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
realise
no,
that till
they've-
today.
Your
no.
man has some work done
Yeah.
there.
10 games unbeaten for Bournemouth. It's crazy.
Corner kick Arsenal again. Another set piece. 3 boys hanging around the back as they sprint across the goal line. And it's swung into the
Oh.
back post. Jeez, they're lethal at
Sure.
this. And Partey.
Surely a
Nice
foul
miss
on the
there.
goalie,
A
was
sitter.
it? Looked like a foul on Martinez. no?
There was a great stat for that Newcastle Bournemouth game today. So Justin Clivert scored twice. So he has more goals scored at St James's Park than his father did, and he was there for a year.
Nice. Gabriel at the back post. Jeez, that moved it to
He
do.
just
How
kicked it
does
straight off
Partey
the
miss
keeper.
that? Partey has just missed a sitter here. Every corner's the same.
surely.
Into the
He's
back
ho-
post.
it would have
Yeah,
been, that
would
would have
have
been
been a
disallowed
VAR.
anyway.
Yeah,
He definitely
VAR
held
would have caught
he
that, yeah.
definitely held the keeper there.
I'm surprised he didn't give the foul anyway, the ref. Usually, anytime the keeper goes down at all, it's a free.
He's a goalie I love, I must say, Martinez. He is
I'd
just
say he's
the-
mad as a brush
the
as well.
king
He'd be
of
a fucking
shithousery.
mighty fella to go for
Yeah,
your points
yeah.
with now.
Yeah.
I'd say when he's off now and he lets the hair down, I'd say with a fair crack.
Oh, I'd say you could end up anywhere doing anything. You just wouldn't know what the fuck could float his boat like.
Yeah.
He got in awful trouble, sure, for the celebration he did with the trophies. Did you see that? Where he held it out in front of him, in front of his crotch, and they went mad about it. He got awful abuse.
Did you see, hey Peter, did you see Xerxes the other night? He could be in a spot of water for a goal celebration. Did you see that, no?
With the guns?
No, Xerxes.
Really?
They scored. I don't know, was it the one to go 2-1 or 3-1? But Xerxes ran over to the crowd and grabbed the crotch and gave it the whole shake. But he was doing it to his own fans.
Michael Jackson, like.
His own fans.
He was doing it to his own fans, as far as I could see. So
That was for the boo.
but it was just, I think just like psyched to the butt.
Jesus Havertz.
Like, tell you one thing, Xerxes, he made some difference and he came on the other
Yeah,
night.
he
I
did,
give the
yeah.
lad credit. He like Highland was a no-show again, but geez,
Yeah.
Xerxes threw himself around.
No, I saw bits and pieces of it live, but up to that point,
Oh,
you were
diabolical.
dreadful.
82 minutes of absolute scour.
And like, no, not being smart, no, but Southampton are dreadful.
And should have
They're
had 4
by
or 5
far
scored.
the worst
Oh.
team, and they're even worse since they got rid of Russell Martin. They look like they have no idea what they're doing whatsoever. They've shifted some awful hidings. Like, apparently, was it Brentford beat him 5-0? And I was listening to a fella, I didn't see it, no, I was listening to a podcast or something, and your man said 5-0 was the worst Brentford could have done. He said it could have been the record. He said it could have been 10. Like,
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because United hockeyed them a couple of years ago too, didn't they? Was it 7-0 more even?
7-0. That was the year they got
9 was it?
Was it 9?
I think it was 9. And was
Yeah,
it
it
9
was
different
not.
goal scorers or something crazy?
Ipswich
Yeah, it was
beat, or
crazy.
no, it was Leicester beat him 7-0 a few years ago. Do you remember they were right down the bottom? They actually came back and stayed up that year. They went on a great run of results after shipping that hiding,
Okay.
which was some going.
I can't see it this year anyway.
No, they're
And
gone.
I have a
Jesus.
feeling too with the manager coming in. I think they're already planning for next year down
Oh,
the
they're
championship.
gone,
Do you know what I mean? I think they have accepted their fate.
100%.
I do like your man Dibbling though. That's playing.
Yeah, he's
Looks
a nice
like
little
He
look
went
player
off
and
injured
all
the other
right.
night, right?
Yeah.
But jeez, he's some solid. He's some athlete for 17.
he's
Why is he?
some
Or
size.
19 is he or
Yeah,
something?
He's some size of a fella too.
No, he looks like a player. He's a Premiership standard player, to be fair.
Yeah.
Known as is the new Henry, says Peter Flannery. That might be a slight stretch.
What is our moderator saying here? Arsenal are in desperate need of a new centre forward, while the gaps in United squad were glaring in their win over bottom place Southampton on Thursday. No,
Yeah.
copy and paste.
ChatGPT couldn't have said it better.
Copy and paste.
Your AI generated there.
Copy and paste job.
Fuck
I've
off,
ever saw.
you AI
Chancellor
bollocks.
Villa. Oh.
Villa have had no ball. Here's their first real attack.
28% possession to Arsenal so far.
Your man Tillemans is a quality player
Yeah,
too.
he's
isn't
quality.
he?
Yeah, he's been very good as well.
To think they got him for free is
Oh, nice!
Oh,
Go on!
what?
Oh,
Oh.
great save! Kind of straight at him,
Snapshot
but
for
still a
Villa.
good save.
close.
Tielemans on a free transfer, Jack. I
That's
could
madness,
not
isn't
believe
it?
it. I was screaming, hoping United would go in and get the
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
What an all-rounder to have in your squad.
I was amazed more clubs weren't in for him. Like
Yeah.
Villa were able to get
That
him
was
out
a
of the
brilliant
window.
signing for Villa.
And he worked with Emery before, Anthony, I wonder, did he?
I'm not sure.
yeah.
Not sure. Sure.
He came from Leicester, and before that, was he straight from Anderlecht? Was he, or was he with someone before Leicester?
I don't think he was in England before Leicester
Yeah.
anyway.
Because I remember seeing him in the Champions League years ago, and he was in that Anderlecht squad when he was only 16 or 17, and he was.
I know he's a
lethal.
fine player.
Yeah,
And he's up and down the pitch all day. Like
That's that Madsen. Where did they sign him from? Was he Chelsea?
Dortmund, or but from Chelsea. Yeah.
That's right,
He
yeah.
was
yeah.
on loan, I think, at Dortmund last
Oh,
year.
okay.
yeah.
Villa coming into it a bit. No. Liverpool.
And your man
with
has
two
a good
results
record
back.
against Arsenal as well. Ollie Watkins has
Yeah.
a great scoring record against Arsenal.
I mean,
Sorry, Clive?
Two great results for Liverpool in the last few days, in fairness.
Yeah, look, I mean...
That's a solid win today now.
I
against-
watched the Forest game on... Well, actually, I only saw the second half of it. That's, I tell a lie, on Tuesday. And I thought Liverpool played really well for the last half hour. They were the team that looked like winning it. Forest are a really good side. Like, if you were away to Arsenal or away to City when they were second or third and you got a 1-1 draw, you would be delighted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
from what I could
do you
read,
know-
Forest were hanging on, were they?
They were hanging on for a finish.
Yeah.
Now, they defended manfully, like, and their keeper made some great saves and all the things you want to see from any team. Last ditch tackles, great saves. But Liverpool, they played quite well. It was a good game.
That's a
really
big-
good game.
big
Really
win
good
today
second
now.
half.
Big win away to Brentford.
Yeah, when you're 90+1 and you're 0-0, and I saw the first half before I came up here, and then I was listening to the Munster game in the car. So,
yeah.
like Liverpool seemed to have played quite well. They'd missed a good few chances in the first half. Diaz had a header to back post. It was a really good chance, and there was one great move out of defence. Did a couple of nice quick passes, and it came out to Gapco, and he hit a volley cross pitch to switch play.
Okay.
And to Salah. Salah broke forward. He made a brilliant run because he hit that from inside his own half to get up the pitch. Great ball back from Salah, and he goes to kind of nip it over the keeper. But he kind of sliced it and it just went to the side of the goal and wide. Would have been a fucking cracking goal.
Yeah. Liverpool are leading.
You're
on the
flying
break,
it
though.
in fairness, you
Yeah.
fuckers. Those two results, I was watching the fixture list, I was thinking, Forest will be tricky and Brentford away, because Brentford, their home record is unreal.
I don't think
fairness
we're
to them.
getting enough goals outside of our
Salah.
however the front five players, if you whatever three are playing.
I tell you, your man
I
is
think
coming.
we're not getting enough goals from Soboslai, from grabbing
Yeah.
back, from McAllister,
It's
and
very
maybe even from our
yeah.
back four. We're not good from corners. I think we've only
Yeah.
scored 3 goals from corners the whole fucking season.
It's very reliant on Salah, isn't it?
There,
Like,
it's
you
not
know.
even Salah, just the front three. Like if
Yeah.
they don't score,
Yeah, it's not coming from
it's not.
anywhere else.
It's not really coming from anywhere else. No.
Your man has come up fair clutch fee so many times this season already. Like fucking Jota. He's so
Jota,
meant to come on
yeah,
and get a
but
fucking
but
goal to win
Jota's
a game.
stats are seriously good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like his goal scoring stats in terms of goals per minute and all of that aren't too far behind Salah. Like
Oh, I can believe it. Sure, the amount of games the bugger comes on as a sub and wins it.
He was another one.
He scored his first touch
I was
the other
thinking
night.
when I saw him sign for Liverpool. I was like, I was wishing United would have gone in for him.
Just a dangerous
he
fella.
we just
great,
can't-
and he
he-
doesn't. And he strikes me as a fella who wouldn't kick up a fuss about being a sub. Like
Yeah.
no,
you know.
but his problem is just staying fit. He just seems to get so many games out of him, and he's injured and gone for a few weeks, and so many games, and he's injured and gone for a few weeks. you
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
If you could keep him fit at all, like
Cheers, Flano.
subscription reminder, huh? We better sort that out. And here we go. Villa back into it big time. Possession stats way up in the last 5 minutes.
I'd be more seeing now that it balance out a bit over the 16 minutes of play so far.
How were the results for the rest of the game? So today I didn't see anything. So was it just 2 matches on today, or
you'd
Oh,
4
you'd,
games, was it? Yeah.
So Newcastle Bournemouth was the early game. Then you had Liverpool Brentford 2-0. Fulham beat Leicester 2-0. And
Leicester
then Palace,
struggling a bit, lads, aren't they?
Palace beat West Ham 2-0.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who saw Graham
reality
Potter,
check for Potter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after his 3-2
that's it.
win. Who did it beat the other night? 3-2.
Was it Leicester? No.
No, it wasn't Leicester.
not
It was
Leicester,
someone
no.
like
Leicester are struggling.
was it Brentford?
Was it
Someone half decent.
was it Everton? No, it wasn't Everton.
No.
No,
it
I
wasn't
don't.
Everton.
They haven't met that soon. To be all over the media after 2 men. Oh, nice play from Villa.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
couldn't
Ollie
go
Watkins.
around him there, Watkins. I had to go
Fuck's
left, you
sake.
fucking ape.
Well, whatever. He could have fucking done a bit better than he did.
Just
anyway.
go down the left-hand side was where the
You know,
space was.
I suppose we
Yeah.
probably should give Gabriel some credit here for.
Yeah. The
I think
defensive
does he tried to give him the nuts here? Oh no, I don't know what the fuck that was. Actually, it was wide open for the nuts.
Hey, Dara, welcome.
Hi, Dara. How are you
Good
doing?
evening to you too.
I'm actually delighted for Emery.
Yeah.
He got fair ridiculed. Actually, this will have a lot of personal significance for Emery today now.
Well, I was saying about that West Ham game, I can't remember who they were playing. I think they had 3 shots in the whole game.
Oh,
1-3-2.
Jesus.
That's what you want. You're 100% accuracy.
No, that's
there,
efficiency right there.
Just something insane like that. Like apparently
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were completely out fucking played.
I was watching someone
I think
calling
2
out
of the
Everton
goals
during the week.
were their own goals, or were they weren't
they?
actually
Yeah.
even shots. So they actually had only 3 shots in the whole game. They only scored from one of those 3 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, Potter has his work cut out for him there.
Yeah, not a bad signing from that.
No, yeah,
You'd
good
be interested to
manager,
see
yeah.
now, can he do a Nuno Espirito de Santos or De
Yeah.
Silva and rebuild his reputation, you know?
Well, this is, he's got. I was watching or reading something there over the week, kind of saying that Potter's had a bit of a free ride and he's been maybe perhaps made out to be a bit more than he is. So I think for him, this is huge. As in, if this goes
Definitely,
pear shaped now, I think you can say bye Potter in terms
His
of.
career
But
kind
do you
of,
think
yeah.
it was, I have a theory that he was a positive action hire. So Everton were getting rid of Dyche. So I'd say the FA were like, no, we have to have 2 English managers in the Premier the Premier League.
The numbers are getting
whoever
low there.
second the
Yeah.
next, so it has to
Yeah.
hire an Englishman.
The quota was dropping.
Quota
there.
was dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a yellow card here. Martinelli pulled down. Matson gets the booking.
Brendan Hines says Brighton are going to clip United tomorrow.
Good.
I'm telling you,
Could
Benny, I
easily
would not
happen,
be
yeah.
confident now
Could
heading
happen.
into Brighton tomorrow. Well, having watched us there last night, United were cat.
You just don't know what you're going to get with United.
no.
like. That's the problem. Like, you can't put in performances like you put in against Liverpool, and you were really good that day. Like, that was a great game.
Yeah.
It was the first time in fucking, I don't know how, since the FA Cup game against us, the semi-final last year, that I've seen you actually put a fucking effort in, like. A proper 90-minute shift from all players, like.
Oh, geez, last night was fucking depressing to watch.
And in fairness, you did the same against Arsenal in the FA Cup, like with 10 men. It was great. There was great character shown.
Look, the story all about last night is Ahmed Diallo, like, but it just...
He's had some season.
What it's hiding, just, jeez, was scary. I'd say Emery went in there like a weasel after the game. And I hope to God he... Now, one thing
at half-time,
I will say, and one thing I love about him so far, he's only there 2-3 months now, but a set-piece move here from Arsenal. Odegaard, probably the most lethal crosser at the moment, is he?
Yeah, he's up there anyway.
As he pumps one out long over for a goal kick.
We're all Gabriel.
But what I really like about Emery, he's ruthless. If you're like half an hour into a game, he'll sling hook you. You're gone. Like even last night, he made the change at half time.
United need that.
Yeah, he made the change at half time, and then 5 minutes into half time, Highland and Ugarte gone, and you see Highland walking off with a face like a slapped arse, and you're going, "You were dreadful. You were fucking dreadful." I don't know. I actually don't know what he does well. You know, he can't hold the ball up. He doesn't. No, Highland up front.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't dribble. Yeah. He doesn't shoot in games. I actually, as a striker, I don't know what he actually offers you. Now, look, he's young and he might come good. I don't see it.
He doesn't get the chances. Say like even like that we were talking about in Nunes. Like Nunes gets a heap of chances, and
Nunes reminds me a bit of like he's a better version of Traore from Fulham.
Yeah,
Traore keeps getting played because he's creating chances for himself that no one else can create, even though he's missing it. So missing him isn't such a big deal because if you had someone else on, they're not getting that chance anyway. And I feel a bit the same about Nunes. Some of his chances that he creates, he could create them.
Yeah, like he does.
So, whereas Highland doesn't seem to be able to create.
But I wonder,
shit.
like, if Highland could get into those positions that Nunes is in. Like, I think his finishing is actually quite good, but he just never gets into a position to shoot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that finish in the one where in the
I got one
Europa League game,
was a great goal.
Touch with one foot and bang with the other. That's as good as you see. Like,
Martinelli.
He's gone back a lot, lads, hasn't he?
Martinelli, yeah.
You go back there 3 or 4 years ago, he was nearly your first player in your fantasy Premier League. Like, he was worth a pile of points.
Oh, nicely played out of defence from Villa.
Oh, the ball here. Oh, lucky.
Nearly for Watkins. Timber mops it up.
You'd wonder when Villa are going to have to make a decision too about Watkins and Duran, wouldn't you?
I don't think Watkins.
For me, I think Duran's the better player. Like.
Watkins reminds me of Calvert-Lewin. I think they're both.
Calvert-Lewin is fucking dreadful.
That's an awful comparison.
I actually don't rate Watkins. I don't rate him. I'd actually, and this will sound crazy altogether, but I'd actually stick with Highland instead of taking Watkins.
I'd stick with Highland instead of Calvert-Lewin anyway. Ah no, Jesus, you'd take Watkins.
I take Watkins.
I think he's vastly over fucking rated as well.
No, I would.
Did you ever hear of a polyester hat trick? No.
Polyester hat trick. Jesus, Fenno. Jeez, I don't know if I've ever seen one of these. Wow, must fucking Google that anyway.
That's
an extra special hat trick, though, is it?
You might have to go onto the dark web. I'd say.
Yeah. I'd say, click on the link. Are you over 18?
Oh, sensitive material.
Mistake here.
But yeah, Xerxes, fair play to him. He came on. He got stuck in. He fucking threw himself around. But what Highland doesn't do, Xerxes said, right, out he came between midfield and the centre halves to get the ball. Do you know what I mean? And then you leave the centre half with the decision, shite, do I go with him? Do you know, whereas Highland stands there beside the centre half, he must be the easiest guy to mark. He'll stand there beside you for the whole game and he can't win a hitter. Like,
what I've noticed with Highland is he'll start grappling and battling away with the defender, but he'll completely take his eye off the ball. And next thing you turn around, the ball's completely gone away from him. It does nothing. Whereas at least Xerxes came on and he was getting stuck in, but winning the ball and holding it up.
I would actually, he needs to be dropped now for a few games, give the other lad a run and see how he goes.
Well, you've signed him this fucking summer, like, so give him a fucking go, like.
Like, the booing was harsh as well when he come on. Like,
and I mean, the problem that day, like what I couldn't understand, the problem the fucking day you were completely outplayed that he was taken off was in midfield. It was with Ericsson and Casemiro.
Yeah,
like,
he had actually done no wrong himself that day,
Hello, Yandis. Wanker. That's why I went in the middle there, so I either side
out of it.
Do you know what? The game is levelled out nicely now.
Yeah.
Brendan Hines says Brighton and Man United have never drawn in the Premier League, and Brighton are going for their 3rd away win.
That's a good start right there, Brendan Hines.
Yeah. And sure, they beat you at home earlier in the season, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They did, yeah.
Remember, Brighton had a record going there for a while where there was a goal scored, or they'd conceded and scored in every game for, I think it was nearly 20 games in a row they were going. That was when De Zerbi was manager, so.
And they still have a problem with their defence.
But it was one of those games you were guaranteed goals if Brighton were playing.
Well, sure, look, they lost the plot there in the last month and a half. The results are gone to shite, so...
Like Spurs at the moment, you're guaranteed goals every time they play.
No, they've gone... Brighton have improved in the last week or two, but... You know, if they were to keep going the way they're going, there's a little bit of pressure starting to mount on Hunsler.
There's no relegation threat for him, like.
Do you think
they're too good for that.
Ferguson is done anyway at Brighton? Do you think he needs to get out, start trying to
I think he has to, but he got injured, sure, didn't he? So that's him fucked for the transfer window, like. So he's going to have to wait till the summer.
Oh, he's gimped again, is he?
Yeah.
Again, did he?
It's true for you, Benny.
Maybe he liked that, Benny. Likes the feel of it.
Is there a safe word?
There is, I'd say. 50% off.
Safe word is bargain.
Free. To be fair, the free bit is just right at the end when you want him to finish.
Yeah. That's just the clock's running. I've got another punter coming in 20 minutes. I need you out of here.
Oh.
So I missed the end of the Munster game, Doc. What happened? Munster got a try right at the date.
They got a try with about 4 minutes to go. To make it 34-32, and then they had the ball up, they were just inside their own half, but they had a chance to get up the field and fucking get a penalty or get a drop goal. And in fairness, Northampton did brilliant, got over the ball, won a penalty, game over. Northampton were the better side in the second half from what I saw. Munster were...
Well, do you know what? It's not...
No, they gave away a try right before half time. They went 10 points out clear. They played well in the first half. Now, Northampton started very strong, and then Munster got 2 tries and really came into it. They went 10 points up, and just before half time gave away a try. Gavin Coombs got yellow carded, and then he was missing for the first 8 minutes of the second half, and then they got another try. So they went from being 3 down at half time to being 4 up, like, you know. Yeah. So then just kind of Munster kind of come back into it, and then Northampton got the bonus point, and then they got another try, and they were kind of 9 clear when Munster got to try with a few minutes left.
Yeah, I suppose, look, Northampton had a big win last week. I mean, it's not the worst result.
It's a double bonus point for Munster, because they have 4 tries and lost by less than 8, so it's 2 points, like, which is no bad thing.
Yeah.
It's still going to be difficult for them. I don't know whether they'll get a home quarter final, which is the problem. Like, it's the home quarter final is the key, like. So Leinster are on it to bats at the moment. We might check the score there at half time. But is home to bats.
Like, not trying to sound harsh, but is a quarter final probably as good as Munster can hope at the moment? You reckon? It depends on the draw, I suppose.
Yeah, but sure, the home quarter final is everything. It was always in the Heineken Cup.
Like, great ball, Watkins. He's a lot to do yet. 2 defenders in his way, a little bit of magic here, possibly. Come on, try and get 5 on him now. Go on, get a corner
5 on 1. He's done well. No support.
Jesus, will someone come and help the lad?
Wow.
He's still on his own.
Wow. I haven't seen that now in a while, lads. Absolutely zero support for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like Villa had no interest in getting forward there.
Half an hour in, it's not a bad game.
What do you make of Arteta? I'm still unsure.
I think he's a fucking fraud.
Yeah, like, is he a good manager, or is it just the players that are there at the moment?
He's a fucking fraud. Yeah. The more and more I look at him, the more and more I go, no, you're not the real deal. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, is he a shit manager? No, I just don't think he's a championship winning, dominant manager.
What would scare me is how can you look at that squad and not think I need at least 2 strikers in here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gabriel, I don't carry on with Gabriel Jesus isn't worth the fucking curse. Gabriel Jesus did nothing for me at City either.
And he did fuck all at City when they were massively on top and had chances put on a plate for him game after game.
Coming on the end of a match.
Yeah, when you're 3-0 up. Do you know what I mean?
He's gone anyway. See, the other night he went down against United in the FA Cup. I
His
thought he was
his
fanning
ACL
around.
done his
I thought he was fanning around and going, Jesus, we get up. It looked
No,
like
yeah.
absolutely nothing. And the
No,
poor
no.
bugger did the ACL.
Yeah,
Nasty.
He's done, yeah.
Nasty, no.
I'd say he'd be unlikely to ever
Oh, he
play for
won't play
Arsenal again.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah. They'll probably offload him now.
Certainly won't play for the rest of the year anyway.
You won't be able to
Great
offload him.
tackle
you
there.
see. He'll have to come back and he'll have to show a bit of form
you
and
think?
show he's fit for before anybody will touch him, I suppose. You know,
Well,
unless they
no,
could get him
like
out on a loan, maybe.
Unless they could offload him some
Quickly taken free
Saudi
kick.
club or
Havertz.
something.
No, but
Oh, chance. Oh, good save.
Martinez, yeah.
Martinez.
And now the flag goes up. What is that about, lads? These late fucking
I feel
flags.
bad for Havertz at times because he's being played as that striker. Like he's a attacking midfielder, like, you know.
Oh, he's well off.
Fucking yeared off. Like,
What's the reason again, in case something else happens in the game? Is it why do they not call the offside straight away?
I suppose it's just to allow the chance for VAR will rule and
Oh,
it's a goal, of course.
no. Is it because they're not? In case they're wrong? Is that
Yeah.
it? Yeah. In case he waves the flag and turns
Yeah.
out he is onside. Okay.
Yeah, so the players don't stop up.
So he lets the move happen and
Yeah.
then he throws up the flag. That's it. Okay.
I think so.
Arteta, yeah, I don't look. He's done a good job there, but as I said before, I never
Was
look
he-
at Arsenal and think they're a
Was he at
title winning
anyone
squad.
before
like.
Arsenal, like as the head coach, or was he
No, he
always
went from City to
he was the
Arsenal.
City kind of assistant manager? Was he or a coach there? Like, I wonder if you were to throw him into another team now, how would he get on?
I thought Emery got a raw deal at Arsenal.
Yeah,
It's like he had a lot of shite to clear out there before
Yeah.
he could do, and he never got a chance. Watkins! Oh, he's made balls of it. Watkins goes for the dink and puts it into Rosie. Partey with an absolute suicidal throwback.
But isn't
What
it Arsenal?
is that? Oh, look at this. Oh, he's made a balls of that.
Talk about a heavy touch.
Yeah.
He's no Ray Houghton,
That
lads.
was a John Smith cider fucking lob right there.
Isn't it Arsenal they're supposed to have a player that's up for a sexual assault charge, but they're continuing to play him?
Yeah.
We won't mention
We won't
who the
mention the
player
name, no.
potentially is now, but like that's kind of controversial in itself, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
if they go on and do win the league and your man is convicted or something, like there'd have to be a huge stain on.
Yeah, you
On the
wonder
record,
how that works then. Like,
Usually,
Every other club has done the opposite, like.
usually if
I
anything like that
it's hardly
happens,
think, could you get
you're
like
fired
the
out.
medal wouldn't be taken off your end. You'd still have your Premier League medal, say, at the end of it, but your reputation is in tatters.
By all accounts, anyway, if what I've heard is correct,
Yeah.
he's playing today.
Well,
like.
that could be a reason why maybe they're linked with your man Zubamendi to,
could be, yeah, could
coming
be.
in there.
It's
I don't-
controversial enough.
I don't know enough
decision
about it, to be honest,
take,
but
like.
if that's the case, usually what they'll do is they'll stick a fella in kind of paid leave. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's a dig out of Flannery.
Yeah.
He says Arteta is the new Roberto Martinez.
Arteta for the Belgium job.
The Belgian job and
Yeah.
then the Portugal job.
That's nice play out of Villa. Watkins, and he blazes off the back of a fella's leg.
Time to bring on Duran, I think. Watkins has been stink.
As I told you lads, I don't think he's as good as people make out.
Your man Duran.
No, Watkins.
Duran is class.
Duran
with
is
stuff.
I think
fucking
Duran
useful
is
and he's
very
lethal
good, yeah.
in terms of he's got some power.
But
fucking
like
shot in him.
how long are the two of them going to be happy to be swapping roles and
Yeah.
staying at the club? Surely one of them is going to go, fuck this, I want to be the main man somewhere. Like.
But sure, look, that's the case. I suppose at a lot of clubs, if you've two decent strikers and you're playing that kind of a system with one up top.
I don't know why Villa don't nearly try something to fit the two
They
in.
can't play together. They really do play the same
Do
way.
they?
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
They've tried it and it's never worked.
Nah.
Well, especially if you're away to Arsenal, you
Yeah,
need,
even-
you need workers
away to
in there
Arsenal,
today now.
yeah. But he's some strike on him, Duran. Do you see some
Oh.
of the goals he's gotten this season?
Savage.
Unreal.
But all different kinds of goals as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know he's had a couple of belters or thunder bastards, but
Yeah.
he's had some lovely.
Oh,
little-
great ball in!
Martinez!
Is it
Over the
over the
fucking
line? Is it
genius.
over the line?
Oh,
It
Oh,
is.
he's giving it as over the line.
It's a goal.
You can see the little watch going on the ref. Yeah.
It's a goal. He saves the first one, does he? And then someone gets it. Does Martinelli
I
the
don't know,
second
we'll
time?
have to
No,
give
I
a
think
look
it's
here.
Martinelli's, is it?
I think it's Martinelli's.
Does Martinelli? He saves the first one. Does it come back out? Martinelli kicks it again.
Yeah, I
He
think
saves it,
so.
but it goes over him, does it?
Trossard does very well. That's super ball in.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's
Oh,
over.
it's
right.
over.
Yeah. Wow, and we're up and running 1-0.
Jeez, he almost had it, hadn't
He
he?
did, yeah,
Fucking hell, he's
Martinez,
some
yeah.
keeper. Let's.
It's a lethal ball in from Trossard.
It's just because he's falling backwards, Martinez, so it just kind of rolls.
Yeah,
And it is
So he
1-0.
just can't react.
Yeah.
You're talking what? Probably an inch over
An
the
inch
line.
over the line, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a big moment.
Well, it is because
fancy him
Arsenal.
from 1-0, like,
Or excuse me,
get their result.
Aston Villa have had a few half chances, and then Arsenal go down the other side in.
But you're going to have to see Villa now pushing up the field and actually attacking a bit compared to that
Yeah,
Watkins
they'd
chance a
sit
while
in and
ago.
trying to hit him in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
like.
this could be made for Arsenal now. Oh, and Onana looks like his game is done too.
He's in trouble. Is he holding his knee, is he?
They paid decent money for him too, did they not? 50-60 million? He
Yeah.
wasn't
Your
cheap.
man is hardly on the bench already. Is it Malin that they signed from? Was it Dortmund they signed him from?
I don't know, is it done yet, that deal? It
I
happened
thought it was
a
done.
couple of days ago, so
it's
he
a
might,
great ball in, and
he might not
Martinelli
have trained with him
Yeah,
yet, though, has
probably
he?
not.
Yeah.
Probably
Just
a bit
gets
early
enough
for
on it. Martinez saves it, but he's falling back over the line. The ball just gets over before Martinez gets the second arm on it.
And it's clear.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you can
clear.
see
Stay.
the
You can
day,
see it
like,
here. Yeah.
It's as close as you can get, but it's a clear goal.
Yeah. Sickner for Martinez.
Yeah. The defender is kind of poor there as well. He should have moved towards the ball. He kind of stood up, let Martinelli get in front of him. Oh, Nana's.
Oh, goal
in big
down,
trouble.
and they're losing on Anna. He's a big fella too, isn't he?
Yeah, how's your man doing that they sold in the summer now? What's his name? Diaz.
Costa, was it?
Costa.
Douglas Costa, was it?
Yeah, Douglas Costa.
Was it
after
Douglas
Juventus.
Costa? Apparently
Yeah.
not good. Apparently there's rumours that he could be gone this window
All the
already.
way.
Yeah.
But they were saying I think Villa might actually be looking to take him back again. Like they were saying.
Yeah,
they were
well,
happy
and
to take him.
Diaz fella that they sold as well. Benny's favourite player. Didn't he score against United last year?
No, that was Douglas Costa, I think, the
All
midfielder.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Centre midfielder, yeah.
Costa,
And was a good player. Like I thought it was a great signing for Juve, but I don't know what's gone on there. But rumour has it he wants to come back to the Premier
And
League.
the girlfriend followed him and everything over to
That's right,
Juventus,
yeah. Your one went over to Juventus too. Your one Lehman, is it? Do you know the West Ham? She was playing with West Ham, was
All
she?
right.
Yeah.
They're an item, like. So she went over to Juventus with him to join the Juventus ladies team, and now they're both saying
Just
no.
probably in the contract, was it?
Yeah.
Who knows? Sure, they're both saying now they want to come back.
It was
So-
the same with Villa too. Sure, she was at another club, and when he moved to Villa, they brought her along to Villa.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
she was.
wow.
I thought
He
she was
moved
with
to
West Ham.
Juventus,
Was she?
she
Was she
went to-
Villa? She was.
yeah.
I thought she was at West Ham or
No.
something.
So yeah, it must be something in the contract. She needs to come along with me.
But
Must be
yeah,
love.
there's something
Yeah.
about that would kind of scare you a bit. You see, a fella goes to a new club and within 6 months he wants out. You know, there's something you'd wonder is that someone you want to bring in?
I
Like,
had heard. I think Juventus are in financial trouble again, though. Like they could be
oh Jesus, not
for
Juve. Well,
dodgy-
Brian Flannery, if he's still watching, will be the
Yeah.
main to answer that.
dodgy books.
An
again.
avid Juve fan. Oh, that's not the place to go going around with the
Yeah.
Aston Villa left back cut goal and Maatsen going with the ball.
Oh.
Ooh, and I tell you one thing, Matson's lucky there now. They're not 2-0
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
trying to flick a ball over a fella's
It's all
head.
coming down his wing, isn't it?
Yeah,
He looks a bit lost there.
Yeah, he's struggling. He normally doesn't start, though. I was surprised to see him actually in the start.
but who's playing in front of him on that side?
Your man Dina, Lucas Dina, I think.
No,
Can't
it's not
be-
Dina.
Is it not Dina? I thought it was.
Maybe he's not getting
he
the.
played during the week with Villa.
Not him today, anyway. I can't think who was starting there, but it's definitely not him because I typed out the team. Check it in the thing there. So
Oh,
then
who
and
is-
Kamara in the centre midfield. Tielemans up front, Watkins on one side, Rogers. Is Rogers on the left?
Rogers, no, it's Ramsey in front of
Ramsey's
Maatsen.
on the left. Yeah.
What did you make of Haaland's big, massive contract?
Sure, it's some kind of FFP fudge in my
Yeah,
opinion.
correct.
Like,
It
it's
has to be, sure. Like the Chelsea job,
Yeah,
like.
the Chelsea players too, sure. Yeah.
You can
So,
spread it over the
spreading
9
it
years,
over
so
the 9 years,
yeah.
You know, so like it's, I don't know, it doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem right from the player perspective either. Why you'd want to tie
Well,
yourself
sure.
to any club for that length of time is nuts.
But
my
But
my
look,
view.
to be honest with you, contracts aren't worth the paper they're
Yeah.
written on
What
either.
kind of buyout clause is there? What happens if they get relegated? Or
Oh,
the
nice
clauses in
move.
the contract.
And it's wide from
Marino.
Yeah, he
Not
made a bit of a
defending
mahash of
what,
that. Yeah,
chance to
it was
falter,
actually a
to be
really
fair.
nice little ball through here. What,
yeah, like
is there a
if they-
nutmeg pass here?
Oh, just through the middle of him, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, he has to do better.
Kind of
Partey
splits
with a
to
lovely
do,
little
yeah.
ball. Martinez probably
But
had
yeah,
a cover, to be fair.
I don't see the benefit to Haaland even in signing it. Like
They were
no.
saying it
but
actually
you're
took
thinking-
out a lot of the clauses, say the release clauses, out of his contract now with this 10-year one. So
Yeah,
it's,
but
it
like,
looks like
to be
he's
honest,
locked
lads,
in for a good one.
But buyout clause or no buyout clause, if any player turns around and makes it public, I want to leave, the club have no choice but to sell him. So if
True.
the contract's only
Yeah.
worth fuck all, really.
Yeah, they don't really.
All
mean
it
much
guarantees Man City is that they'll get top dollar for him. Do you know what I mean?
now. Yeah.
Sure, like realistically, the only club that could come in and sign him is Real.
Yeah, and they'll probably.
Barca are broke, like.
Yeah.
So
Well, the funny thing is, Real probably won't touch him because I'm not sure he suits.
their style of play,
Yeah,
probably
I'm not
not.
sure.
No, and sure, look with the players they have anyway. Would he even fit in their system? Probably not. Like.
Mbappe is struggling big time at
No,
Real,
sure,
isn't he? Well, I
he's-
say struggling. He's still very playing better than a lot of players.
They're
but
very
to
lopsided,
his
though.
levels. Like,
So
yeah.
sure, they're all down the left. Like,
Yeah.
geez, your man Yamal is having some season. Like.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they
Good.
gave Real
Fine.
some thumping in the
Jesus.
final the other night.
5-2.
Holy shite. Was it 4-1 or
But
5-1
like,
at one stage?
His
5-1.
stats,
Oh, have we a handball here?
his stats are
Free
miles
out.
ahead of where Ronaldo and Messi were at his age.
No,
He's
he's-
insane what
He's
he's
looking
doing. Like.
very good. Yeah.
He's 17 years of age.
I was reading
yeah.
that, though, but you know what? I read stuff like that, and I can't help but think, like, the game is, like, when Ronaldo and Messi were 17, the game was way different. They were playing
True.
against proper
Yeah,
centre
yeah,
halves
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
that
Would
at
kill
the
you.
time that you
Yeah.
could put in a cruncher if it was fair enough, but crunch tackles were all
Yeah,
the
no,
rage.
fair enough.
I think
sure, it's the same. That's why I think Maradona is still the best out of all of them, because he was playing at a time
Yeah.
where you would get killed on shit pitches.
Yeah.
Do you know?
where you literally would be getting punched.
2-footed tackles
hack
from
you
behind,
down,
like,
yeah.
do
As
you know
long
what
as
I
the
mean?
ref didn't see it, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still some season he's having.
Phenomenal. Jeez. Oh, here we go.
He kind of hesitated there a bit.
Great
Oh,
ball, unlucky.
I'd
And
say,
that all came now, that move yet again from more Villa Golan on the wing. Silly.
on that same side again.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
See,
Your
that
man
was
breaking
Tielemans, I
with
think,
the
was at
ball.
that
What's
time
he doing
fucking
breaking
around.
with that there, blowing for that there now? Your man was going up the wing with the ball. Like.
Yeah, I think Matson
Offside, is it?
will
No,
have
it
to
was
go.
a foul.
Right.
He's a bit of a liability out here in the left wing, Matson, at the moment for Villa.
Mightn't have
Yeah.
anyone
I
to
look,
check.
Yamal is a joy to
If
watch.
Digny isn't there, he
I
must be
just-
injured. Like.
When I see Graham Hunter and lads like this going on about stats like that, I was like, hold on a fucking minute now. Like, the game is made now. Players are protected more now than they
Yeah,
ever
but
were.
he does look like he is.
Yeah,
Like if he
he does,
keeps if he keeps his head together,
Oh, to scare
he
you what he
does have
could
the
do.
potential to be an absolute superstar.
Jeez,
like.
he's got some left
He
foot.
was an established player in that Barca team at 16. Like, it's crazy.
Nuts.
Still doing his exams in school and everything.
And having won a European Championship. Like.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Even playing with your national team at that age. Like, even Messi or Ronaldo weren't making
No.
the national team any time near that.
I like the main man as you go on and win a major tournament. Like, do you know
How
what I
was
mean?
your man-
At 16.
How was
And
your
play,
man doing?
as you said, play a big part in it, not just be
Massive
yeah.
part in it.
Have any of you any idea what kind of a season your man is having? Was he Athletic Bilbao, the guy that was playing?
Nico Williams.
Yeah, that was playing on the other wing and during the Euros. He was phenomenal as well.
Oh, yeah.
So your man on the right, and
I don't
Williams
know
on
how
the
he's
left.
going. No, I haven't
heard
seen much of
about
him. But
I
did
guess,
you see the thing with the fella they did sign? What's your man's name? Alma, is it?
Yeah.
Barca.
Registering him, yeah.
So
The old money
they
was
haven't
running
him
over
registered, and if they don't, they can't pay up the money. And if they don't register him, he goes back on a free, and they still have to pay the entire fucking fee.
I think, did I read something there? Did they are they after doing some corporate box deal or something? They're after
Oh, they're
selling
trying
off
to-
seats
yeah,
for
yeah.
a fortune
Yeah,
for 20
yeah.
years, kind of a thing to build.
They're trying to
bring
get in the money, but they still haven't raised it. Like they have to
Okay.
pay up 40 or 50 million quid. Like.
I'd say they have 3/4 of the stadium sold off at this stage.
I
now,
know,
do they?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well, that's going to come back and bite him in the ass at some point as well. Like.
really?
Yeah, well, that's revenue that you'll be hoping to get on an annual basis, or 3 to 4 year packages. But when you're handing up corporate stuff for 10 to 20 years or whatever, that's a lot of money gone.
If only Great Man Sports was 12 months further down the line, we could have had our corporate box. and fucking
Sure, we could have been sponsoring
in
the
the
shirts
Nou
and the
Camp.
whole lot. Sure. Yeah,
We're doing the watch along from the Nou Camp.
Waving down
Barcelona
at-
every week.
The
Waving
old,
down at
G,
your
the,
man.
old, the old G miss would look lovely there
Yeah,
on the
it
front
would,
of the
yeah,
Barca shirt.
yeah. We'll get in the cheap,
We're coming up to half time
We'll
here.
send in our chief negotiator, Peter Flannery.
He'll cut a good deal with him.
Arsenal have dominated now the last 10, 15, I suppose, big time.
Yeah,
Villa looking a bit ragged, actually.
Villa have not looked good.
No, and Watkins ain't offering a whole lot up top either.
What age is Martinez, the goalie? He's I feel like he's been around a good while.
Yeah, I don't think he's that old though. Mid-20s, I'd have said.
Yeah.
Kind of 27, 28, is he?
But it's kind of the last few years his career's really taken off.
Jeez, I tell you, what would it cost to buy him now?
Yeah.
Be a great signing.
Oh, he's a brilliant goalie.
Sure, he won the, I don't know what the Ballon d'Or name is for the Golden Glove, kind of for the
World Cup.
world best keeper. So I think it's named after a former Real goalie or something.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, from going from Arsenal's kind of number 2 to winning the World Cup and career taking off for him.
Yeah, it's amazing the way it can go for players over a 2 to 3 year period. You can have a guy who's in no man's land, and next thing, he's like the talk of the town. Just
I always look at
some
Harry
players
Kane
just near the break.
Look at Harry Kane, like where he was, like playing with Leicester and even playing in the Championship, and then just absolutely takes off with Spurs as a goal machine.
And even the likes of Salah.
They were saying
get
he went
absolutely
away-
nothing at Chelsea or Roma, and Liverpool take a punt on him, and the guy turns out to be phenomenal. Do you know?
That's it.
But they were saying even Kane that time, like that he went away. I don't know, was it Luton he was with as well on loan, and he spent an entire 6 months just playing with his left leg.
Really, yeah.
Made all his passes, all his
Oh,
shots.
this is Kane, is
everything-
it?
Yeah, everything with
Just
his left foot
perfected it, like,
to get it as good as his right foot. And then it was after that he just fucking boom.
We're into machine mode.
yeah.
What kind of a season is he having this year, actually? Have he following the
top-
Bundesliga?
top
Scoring
goal
anyway, yeah.
Top goal scorer in Germany, sure.
Yeah. Aye, some gore. Do you know who's after getting another lease of life? Is fucking Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
looked like
he's
he
having a great
was
season.
starting
Yeah,
to kind of fade off a bit there in the last year or two.
Yeah. I thought he would have been gone in the summer, but they held on to him and he's banging in the goals now.
Another fella that could probably get robbed of a Ballon d'Or once or twice.
Absolutely. No, definitely once. Was
Yeah.
it 50 goals or something he scored over in Bundesliga, and they gave it to fucking Messi the same year. It was a disgrace.
There was a few of those Messi, Ronaldo ones that were pure name
Oh, yeah.
alone.
It
Like,
was,
100%.
it was a disgrace the year Lewandowski was robbed anyway. I mean,
No, no,
even the whole world fucking said that's bullshit. Like,
Nico has 1 goal and 3 assists in 17 games so far this season, so he's not having the greatest of years.
well, I suppose a lot of that would depend on what sort of a season Bilbao are having.
half time.
Where
I
are
still
Bilbao on
wouldn't
the
mind
table,
signing
Flano?
him. I'd gladly take him at Liverpool anyway.
We're half time here, folks.
1-0, Martinelli. And Arsenal look
yeah.
to close back the gap to 4? This will be with a game in hand, isn't it, if it stays like this?
Game in hand for Liverpool, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're looking comfortable now, Arsenal, at the moment.
It's down to the two of them, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would put Arsenal ahead of Forest and
Forest are a point behind that again, I think. They need to
Okay.
play tomorrow.
Yeah. It was goal difference, wasn't it, separating them for a while?
Oh, yeah.
That Forest team is funny though. Like, there's no standout brilliant player in
Oh,
that
but
team, but it's a full-
they're a real
yeah.
solid 1 to 11. Like.
Yeah, it's a team performance.
But
like,
you're
Like
looking
their
at
2 centre halves have been unbelievable.
yeah,
Both fullbacks playing really well. 2 really combative midfielders, and then fucking Wood is scoring
Wood, yeah.
everything he looks at. Like.
Wood is having one of those seasons that he'll never. I don't think he'll ever replicate that again. I mean, everything the guy
I don't
kicks
know.
or
I
heads
think he's
is going
playing in
like,
a team that's playing to his strengths. Like.
Oh, they definitely are. But
Yeah.
like, it's just amazing when they signed him for. I think it was 20 million off of Newcastle. I was like, you fucking lost
yeah,
your minds.
was
That
a
guy's
crazy
fucking no
decision.
good.
Yeah,
My God, he's banging him in this season anyway.
I always liked him. I always thought he was a reasonable striker. You're kind of not going to be 20 goals a season, but like, did he be your 10 or 12 goal a season striker? Good man up top to hold up the ball and.
Oh, he's strong as an ox. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like he's an old
Depends on, like.
or an old type striker. Do you know?
He's an all-time striker that would suit a team that plays a pragmatic style of football, like.
or as wingers that pump balls in. Like Alanga's done great there since
yeah,
he
done really
since he
well.
moved from
He's
United.
He's a funny guy though to look at. Chris Wood, like he looks like a regular lad you'd see down on the site or something.
Yeah,
Big,
yeah.
chunky fella,
That's
like,
what he'd probably be
Does-
if he wasn't a footballer.
doesn't
you know
look
what I
like
mean?
a real athlete at all. But
Yeah,
like he-
No, Jesus, this season he's going unreal.
yeah.
Well, I checked the old Instagram.
Bilbao are
there,
in
lads,
fourth. Okay, Flano. Yeah, Doc, stick it on there. We're just going to flick over here for the rugby, folks, just to check out
That's right.
an all score update while the half time is
Just have a quick
in the Arsenal Villa game. Here. Arsenal Villa, in fairness, it's a decent game, lads. What do you make of it?
I've enjoyed it.
Villa deserve to be, or excuse me, Arsenal deserve
to be in front, but Villa have done okay. Like
Arsenal kind of kicked on a bit there as the
kind of with 15 minutes to go in the first half. Arsenal
Celtic won, Kilmarnock won in the Scottish Cup, folks.
Ollie Watkins has had a few chances. He missed a, I wouldn't call it a straightforward dink over the goalie, but it was a great chance. You'd expect him to do better than what he did. Well, he would. I don't. He fucking Ollie Watkins fucking worshippers here. He did exactly what I'd expect Calvert-Lewin to do. Yeah. Oh jeez, I was watching a thing during the week. Some lad was just talking about Everton. He was just saying they're dreadful. They're dreadful.
Awful. I feel bad for poor old Sean Dyche. Like, I don't know. Had he
I do and I don't.
But wrong?
Well, look, I do and I don't. They're playing. They were playing utter scutter football, and they were hanging on for dear life. Now I know the pints deductions and all the stuff they've had since he's been there was tough on Sean Dyche, all right, but they're playing such bad football.
Here
and Calvert-Lewin in persevering with if I was a manager, Calvert-Lewin would be gone out the door as soon as I walked in there.
Useless.
Fucking terrible.
I remember the fear I got when they said Calvert-Lewin was linked to United a year or two ago. I was like,
that's true.
No.
I read that somewhere myself a year or two ago. Oh my God!
You talk about Nunes, but the chances that fella misses, lads, are
just watching highlights here now of Munster Northampton. Northampton, are they in the mix?
No, they won't win it. No.
Yeah, I would have thought maybe it's a step too far.
A stronger team last year.
Okay.
Is there any kind of sign of a revival there in Munster at all? Now, I haven't been tuned into the rugby now.
They've been slightly better the last few weeks since the boys have took over and since Roundtree's gone. But and look, they've had desperate injuries and stuff, but they're just not. They're not anywhere near challenging to win a Heineken Cup. And at the same time,
this is a high-scoring game, and Leinster
back game. Yeah.
Have we a try just before half time? We do. So Bat go in ahead.
Well, do Munster have much youth or anything?
Sorry, I'm just trying to see there. Claremont ended up beating Bristol 33-26. That was close up to the last few minutes.
Stade Francais got annihilated by the Bulls.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Ulster had a great win against Exeter.
Yeah, they hammered them. But Exeter took some awful hiding last week. Did you see that? Bengal, that
wasn't the 50
the Beagles
or something,
beat them 69-19.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Bats are a good, exciting team as well. Isn't your man there? The ex-Leinster fella. Van Gaal. Or Van Grant.
Van Grant. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't remember him fucking. Right.
Leinster haven't given up that amount of points in most games this season, not to talk on the first half.
No, yeah. Leinster at home, yeah.
Oh, that's soft out of James Ryan. I see your man is back. They're hoping he'll play next week before the Six Nations. Dan Sheehan.
Go away, is he back?
He's been named in the Six Nations squad.
These are awful messy fucking tries they're giving.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Good one to have back going in there. Anyway.
He'd be a massive addition.
Oh, massive.
Yeah, Jesus, he's top class, like. Oh my God! Some of these tries Leinster have coughed up have been shocking. Your man just rolls over here. Look.
Yeah, no one tries to stop him at all. Do you think Ireland will be as dominant? The
Six Nations is going to be super close, I think.
Yeah.
Well, France have a pile of injuries. I think if they can beat England the first day, they have a real chance of winning it again.
Yeah. What a way to start it off.
That's
anyway, you get a win
brilliant,
there. Yeah.
Brilliant. I think we're at home, aren't we?
I think so. Are we England and France at home this year?
I think so. Which is a big...
Oh, it's massive. Yeah. Away to Scotland could be a potential banana skin.
Yeah, but we're saying that every year. Like.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like the two you go into is England and France. Like you get over them.
You could nearly rest fucking players against Wales. Like.
Yeah, poor old Wales are fucked. Go back there to the soccer, Doc.
I will, because there's nothing doing there anyway. Leinster not getting it their own way, basically, Fox, which is no harm to see.
Hurling this year, Jack?
I will. I'll go back and do another year of it.
Fair play. Well, you might as well while you can, I suppose.
Yeah.
Junior A?
Junior A, yeah. Well, no, Junior B, actually.
Or you B?
Yeah, Junior B. Yeah, we have a Junior B, an intermediate, and a senior club, so...
This is great ball out there. Sorry, Jack. Great ball out to Watkins. But, no, he did all right here, but I hope to God no, they're not trying to make this out to scene with Watkins has had a great half.
I think it is. I think they're trying to say he's holding up the ball while they're...
I love watching this nonsense when they take off going on about their own.
Who's beside Merson?
Lee Hendry, I'd say. Is that him?
Who?
Is it?
Lee Hendry. He played for Villa, did he not? No? Or was it West Ham? Colin Hendry? Lee Hendry? No, Colin Hendry was the ex-Blackburn fella, wasn't he? I think he's Lee Hendry. It's spelled different. Is it IE at the end of it, I think?
Not a fucking clue.
Anyone watching there, you might confirm there. Is that Lee Henry? I think that's beside Merson. I think that's his name anyway.
Sky Sports struggling to get the big names.
Dirtbag goal, though.
I think it looked like Dina was coming on there as well, Dak.
Oh, well, he'd be no harm. I presumed he wasn't fit if Madsen was starting.
Maybe he's not fully right. Maybe that's why they didn't want to chance him.
Could be coming back from an injury or something, Jack.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know either. Matson could have been flying and training. And Arteta said he'd give him a goal.
What do you make of Canelo Crawford? Great all announcement.
Yeah. And I like you got Canelo. Well, the other thing too is it the WBO came out with that decision or that new ruling that if you don't fight, is it within a certain time your belts are stripped, your ranking is stripped?
If you turn down a heavyweight fight, you're kicked from the rankings.
Well, is it
or a title fight?
Title fight, yeah. No, it's brilliant. That's what boxing needs.
That's what 100%.
You've got lads ducking and dodging defense fights. Opataya will tell you that himself. On the cruiserweight division.
That's a way too for them to combat Riyadh taking over everything because they have to
money's
be able to make fights.
Yeah, money's making the fights happen. Yeah. No, it's the only way to go. Because as good and all as Riyadh's season has been, is it sustainable over the next 10, 20 years? You know what I mean? If he's only taking the cream of the crop, the rest of it will be left behind.
But what it shows is there's a massive appetite for boxing. We don't give a shit what money they're paying them. We just want to see the best fight the best.
Crawford
so it goes to show there's a massive appetite for boxing if you can get the right fights made, which are close fights.
Yeah.
You know, ones where you're going in, it's one fella's a slight favourite over the other or whatever, but it goes to show people have a massive interest in that.
Well, it sounds simple. You want the guy who's undisputed in this division and the guy who's undisputed in this division, and there's a very small weight difference in between them. Will you fight?
Yeah.
Or else the worst case, what usually happens is you've got a guy who's two of the belts, another fella's two of the belts, and for whatever reason, they never fight each other. And you're just like, this is a load of bullshit. They come up with excuses, they'll duck and dodge fights, and they'll fight lads who they'll beat 99 times over 100. Instead, you know, just to maintain. But I suppose if you're a champ and you can maintain that, you can.
That's what they want. They want
that's
the
where the money is.
They want the easy money. You get the result. You know.
So
it's Canelo Crawford now is one that I thought Canelo was dodging for a long, long time, but obviously the money has been put into it to make it happen. It's hard to know.
Look, like Crawford's a machine as well. It's hard to know what's going to happen in that fight. It's really hard to know if Canelo comes in there in the right frame of mind.
Him now.
Sure, look, people would argue. Same for Crawford too, but he had a great win against Madrimov last summer.
He's done it recently. Like, what was Canelo's last couple of fights? Like, Bivol was one of them anyway.
And he got poked.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but it's brilliant now to see some great fights.
And then you have that other scutter of a thing that we'll have to fucking cover, I suppose. Ben and Eubank.
I can tell you, Doc, I won't be covering that one anyway. You can do that one solo.
It's bound to be on some fucking Riyadh season.
Jack said he's around that fucking.
Tis the first fight ever. I think. I hope the two of them knock each other out.
Yeah, you get that perfect.
The both kill each other with two punches.
Rocky punch, and the both go down. In the
Christ, you'd love to see the two of them fucking killed. And actually, however much I dislike Eubank, I think Ben is even worse.
Which right now, they're two lads who've been ducking and dodging fights their whole career. It's all about the money. No, don't get me wrong. You're going into a ring to go bait and lumps and get lumps bait out of you. I can understand lads
would you be rushing
just wanting the money. Like
that's it.
It's a short career.
And I won't mention names here, but you can take you can infer from it what you like. But I did see a debate online there during the last week about fighters retiring, you know, and fellas It's that questioning whether they're gone or not. But
Yes.
one of the things I didn't realise is if you retire, you're no longer subject to the anti-doping rules of boxing.
I'll go away. Okay.
So if you retire and then you make a comeback in 9 months' time and you've been fucking doping yourself to the hilt for 9 months,
As long as it's out of the system,
Perfectly
as
fine.
long as it's out of the system,
you have immunity.
you're diplomatic immunity.
Look, I just think it's I think it's a money
I'm not
move.
making any accusation against
No,
any
yeah,
fighter,
of course, but
I did think it was a very interesting point.
When they come back twice the size and just
Well,
it's just been working out in the backyard.
Well, look, I think too a lot of lads retire because they're waiting for a bigger payday to make a fight happen.
I did kind of go, oh, that could be fucking tactical, like by a fella, where he's gone, all right, I'll go away and I'll beef myself up here for 9 months and I'll come back with no questions asked. Like,
I think it's time, Doc.
shock return.
I think it's time I address the people watching about the Usyk Fury fight. On the night it happened, I was convinced it was super close. I thought Fury may have pipped it. I thought Usyk may have pipped it, or it's actually what I thought. I thought it was going to be a draw,
fight,
actually, to be honest. But about a week or two passed, and I said I'd watch it again. And I sat down there one night and I watched the whole lot from start to finish. And I must admit, Usyk, when you really analyze it, like as harshly as you can, and you're really just focused on like super accurate punches and clean hits, Usyk destroyed him in terms of like Fury threw way more punches. But it was Usyk was the man making
but Fury's output dropped
hits.
off after the 7th round as well. The first 7 rounds, he had a lot of output.
I think even after 9 rounds, I had it 7-2 to Usyk when I watched it back. And I was and when I watched it that night live, I would have said
we get 4 rounds as a draw. So
yeah, I would have had it way closer. But when you actually went back and analysed it a bit kind of
I still
stricter.
think 116, 112 is a bit wide. I thought Fury fought well in the night, even though I fully admit your man won, but I still think I don't give out about the result. I still think that score is a little wide for me.
It sounded harsh, but actually when I went back and I watched it again, I felt myself that I think was it the AI judge even gave it more than that again to
they gave it one. Was it 118, 110 or something?
Something, yeah. And I actually haven't watched it the second time. I thought the AI judge probably got it right. It's worth watching. I know you maybe you have.
I watched some of it back, but I haven't sat.
It's worth
watched
sitting
all
down
of
now
it.
if you've an hour to spare. What's his face? The Turkey Al-Sheikh has it up there anyway on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, in fairness to him.
Yeah, that's one good thing he does. In fairness, the Sheikh once the fights are over and the pay-per-views have gone in. Like a day or two later, he puts it out on his YouTube
channel. He puts it out just the main fight as well. Like, so you're not a lot of them will put up the whole lot. So you have to watch. You're scrolling through all the fucking previews and reviews and but the undercard and the whole lot.
To be fair with that result, I think a lot of people were kind of thinking the same because there was a huge amount of like grumbling given out about the result right after it. But by the next day, there was really nothing on.
Yeah, look, you get caught up in the emotion of it, and particularly if like we were shouting for Fury on the night, like you're going to be slightly biased. Watching it there live, and when we're here, as you can see, Jack, there's a lot going on, like between screens and comments and. So,
the night of the
if
fight,
you think it's any bit close at all, you feel hard done by then.
And the other thing with the fight, and there is no doubt, like having gone back and watched back fights, if you watch them back with the sound off, so you're not getting the cheer of the crowd isn't throwing you, or
the bias
you're hearing
commentary.
a box on box, you're hearing a glove on glove that you think is landed.
Yeah.
If you're just using your eyes, it's far better way of judging the fight. Like,
tells a different story. Yeah.
Oh, it really does. Yeah,
even the Taylor fights now, and like looking back in them. Actually, I was listening to her coach talking about the clean punch stats. So he said in the last Taylor Serrano fight, the clean punch stats, I give Serrano 29 clean punches in the first round. He said he counted 1.
Okay, yeah.
Sure, there couldn't be 29 clean punches in a round. It's a 2-minute round.
Yeah.
Should be getting a clean punch every 5 seconds.
Well, I suppose they'd be throwing combos and shit too, wouldn't it?
But it's still a clean punch every 5 seconds against the best fighter and their female fighter there has ever been. Are you off your game? Like?
No, I tell you, it's kind of changed the way I probably watch boxing from now on. Even though the other side, the flip side of that, and I know you'll disagree with me that, but I watched the Bivol Better Be
I
fight.
rewatched it live. I scored it the exact same way I scored it on the night. 116, 112.
No, I haven't watched it back. I haven't watched that one back. But I just thought in terms of clean punches for the first 7-8 rounds of that fight, it was all Bivol, but...
No, I did watch it back, and I scored it the very same as I scored it the first time. In fact, I had slightly doubted my 116, 112, but...
Odegaard, chance here for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think...
Edge of the box.
Matson got hooked at half
Can
time
Villa
there
defend
anyway,
it?
I think.
Lucas Digne on for Matson, is that it?
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's a great ball in. Oh,
they're
Havertz.
not just assessing clean punches. Like, that's not the scoring criteria.
No, I know that. It's a great... You know, are you the... but better be have spent...
Better
be have spent about 4 rounds boxing gloves, like. But, you know, depends what you're scoring for. That was some chance for Havertz.
Off his shoulder, I think it came in
come
the
off
end.
the defender's shoulder or his shoulder?
Havertz shoulder, I think.
He can't get in that fucking break at all, fucking Havertz.
But that dive against United...
I'd say you could throw up the other one there.
That dive against United was atrocious stuff from Havertz. Like, Maguire's hand brushed his face and he...
I don't think you'll ever beat the Kyle Walker Highland one there now.
Yeah, that was good,
alright.
He's off to AC Milan now.
That's what they're talking about, yeah.
In the final.
Was there a bit of shit in the tabloids about him and the missus or something?
Oh, there was, yeah. He has another secret family or something.
Oh, is there?
Is there
Allegedly,
yeah. So he's off to Italy now. So
yeah, I reckon that's as much as
is that a done deal?
Why he wants to go? Like.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Is that a done deal? Then pretty much.
They're in final talks. He's going for free. Like City are
go away, letting him off.
He
I suppose
he asked them to let him go.
Well, he's earned the right.
He has earned the right.
Yeah.
So what are they going to get for him at this stage of his career?
He owes him that. And he's on a fucking big wage, no doubt. So
I think there was Saudi clubs in for him too, but he's decided to go with AC Milan, which he could have gone for the easy money out in Saudi.
Oh, nicely played. Trossard is dangerous, hasn't he?
Oh, great clearance!
Jesus, what an opportunity there.
Oh.
Lucas Digne making an instant impact.
What a goal line clearance from Digne.
That's Lewis, what's his name?
I don't know much about this. Lewis Skelly, isn't it?
Skelly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great ball across.
Kind of a young guy coming through for Arsenal.
There has to be an Arsenal centre forward attacking that ball. There's no one within fucking 3 yards of Digne as he clears it. Like.
That's where if you've an old school centre forward,
he's getting on the end of that. Like
he's sniffing that, going tap in, lovely. You need about 10 of those a season, like if you're a top striker.
That's a great ball. Like.
Oh yeah, perfect ball, right across the square.
Who was it? I was could have been. Was it Leicester against Arsenal? They were saying that what they did to defend the corners was they put 3 men in the halfway line.
Oh, okay. To keep him out, they had to stay back.
So the Arsenal players had to stay back
if it was cleared. Okay,
if it was cleared,
you're absolutely goose if you lose the header.
They were saying it was the most effective defense they've seen against.
But sure, what I can
them packing the box like because.
But why don't you just put 2 to 3 lads at the back post and leave them there? Because every corner the kick goes to the back post.
It nearly always goes to the back post.
Yeah.
Or even just trying to protect the goalie a bit, like keep your own lads around them.
But is it amazing too in this day and age and the way...
It's even there, like, could you make a wall there of 4 fellas to try and run around it? Or do you know what I mean? Like,
but like, isn't it amazing said, like, you still get corner kicks, like, with all the tactics and the planning that goes into games, you will still end up with a scenario where a guy who's 5 foot nothing is up against a 6'6" centre half, man for man in a corner. I mean, you think naturally enough you'd pair up the height. Do you know what I mean?
United's problem. Look at Martinez up against some of the...
Well, I know that, but you're just
at least he's an aggressive fucker.
Yeah. The one thing you guarantee Martinez, he's going to jump with the fella and try and put him off, but some lads don't even jump.
Sure, look at Liverpool Forest, and as organised and as good defensively as Forest were, the smallest man the pitch comes on and gets the header to get the equaliser, like Jota. Do you know what I mean? Like 2 yards out from the goal, like.
Arsenal have started this half the way they finished the first.
That's brilliant goalkeeping. Just come and claim it. That's top class.
Yeah. Although Brian Flannery doesn't rate Martinez. He says he's a junior B goalkeeper.
Oh, Jesus, Brian, I don't know about that.
That might be the worst take I've heard on GMS all year.
I'd be a fan now of Martinez. He's some shot stopper. And I love the shithousery about him. He's a proper old school goalie.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'd take Martinez.
He's a lad you love to hate, but you take him in a heartbeat. Yeah.
You take him in United in the morning.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Although saying that, Onana's been pretty solid. I know he's prone to an old howler
doesn't
too. But
fucking fill me with confidence now.
he absolutely saved us against Southampton.
Jeez, if he cut out the howlers now and again, he'd be top class because he saves some amount of shots.
Neville Southall, years and years ago, I'll never forget it, was asked what makes a good goalie. Save the ones you should save.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
And that's the fucking
Do
do
the basics right.
Who was the one against that he let it down? It went straight down the middle, and it was just he was leaning to one side.
Sure, look, Jack, he's a repertoire of howlers now, which is kind of scary.
And he just slightly leaned over. Completely.
I thought Tremendous brilliant the other day by Indeer when he came in.
Yeah, he was excellent in the FA Cup game.
Yeah, he saved two penalties.
I was worried, to be honest, when I saw him in the starting lineup, but
because he was a bit dodgy.
Was
it against Newcastle? Was it?
At one stage, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What was the cup game?
Is he still their number one? Is he?
I think he could still be their number one. Yeah.
You know, it's hard to keep a number one place if you're not playing.
Yeah.
But
still, some countries don't have the luxury of not playing someone
true
of that
enough,
quality,
Yeah. Ten Hag really messed him around. He got no minutes at all.
United had that before, sure, where they had De Gea and then they had Romero, wasn't it, as a second goalie, and he was the national goalie for Argentina at the time.
That's right,
Romero. Yeah.
And didn't they have the other fella, the ex-Barca goalie? Didn't they mess him around as well? I don't even think they gave him a proper goodbye or anything.
Valdez, was it?
That's right, yeah. Valdez,
yeah. I think both of their wives came out around their time giving out stink about United.
Oh, really?
It was badly handled. I think Valdez never even got a chance to say good luck.
Why isn't my husband playing and tearing into the,
That's what you want as a club when you have the wives coming out criticising your decisions.
That's it, yeah.
Did you see the clip about Brian Clough during the week? No,
I saw one Brian Clough clip, but it might be the same one.
Was it the one about
John Fashno?
No, the Ghetto Blaster.
No, I didn't hear that one.
Oh, it is quality. Now look, anyone who hasn't seen it, if you're watching, go check out. Mark Crossley tells the story because he was there as the Forest goalkeeper. But they're in the change room and they were playing Wimbledon. Forest were at home, so.
Must be from the same interview, actually, because just Crossley told the other story.
So the crazy gang, as they were called, at Wimbledon at the time, arrived with Vinnie Jones and the rest of them, and next thing they hear this fucking banging music, and Jones had a Ghetto Blaster up on his shoulder. Now this is when Ghetto Blasters were just coming out. So he walks in through off the bus, in through the state, or in through the tunnel into their dressing room. Sorry, the Ghetto Blaster blaring. So. They're inside anyway, and Clough is getting the team ready. This is coming up now quarter to 3, maybe 20 to 3 to kick off, And Clough's inside. Next thing, the Ghetto Blaster takes off in the dressing room. It's 2-0. It looked very easy. Nice ball across. Looked like a tidy finish from Havertz. Yeah. Trossard again with another assist.
We were giving out about him earlier, but he's after sticking it away here.
Well, when Havertz scores, you know you're winning. Fucking anyway, I was hoping Villa do us the favour today.
Yeah, well, I was hoping they'd at least make a game of this.
Yeah.
Trossard is just that. Trossard is like your Jota. He just always comes up with it's a nice goal.
I don't know. I think Martinez should do better there.
Brian Flannery might have been right.
Has Martinez on a junior B in it?
He absolutely has.
Or is he diving the one way?
This'll tell though.
No.
Hits it straight out. That is fucking dreadful.
Brian Flannery proven correct.
Yeah.
Within minutes.
We apologise.
Within minutes, Brian.
We should have known the Flannerys are never wrong.
That's a hammer blow.
I was thinking Havertz. Something must have gone seriously wrong for Havertz to score.
Fair point. A goalkeeping error. He had an entire car park to finish it to the other side of Martinez. Hit it straight at him.
He had the whole goal to aim at and managed to hit it straight at the keeper. Just so happens the keeper fucking...
Martinez was probably expecting it to go into the far side, get ready to dive there.
I wonder, are Villa just going to collapse altogether now?
Yeah, it's hard to see Villa coming back from this now. 2-0 down away.
Start your story again, though, because that's... Wimbledon or who playing who?
I can't even tell a story here and fucking there's goals flying in.
Every time there's a story, there's a goal. Here, Villa are attacking. Start quick.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 2-1. So yeah, it's about 2:45, say 2:50. The game's starting soon. Claff's inside in the dressing room with the lads, and next thing the music starts thumping. And Claff turns around to some fella, I think it was Alan Hill or something. He says, Alan says, would you mind, or Hilly, I think was his nickname or something. Would you mind popping in next door and asking him to turn down the music? So in goes your man. Vinnie Jones answers the door. He knocks on the door. Vinnie Jones answers the door. The ghetto blaster's going behind him, and he says, look, the gaffer's wondering will you turn down the music. He wants to talk to the lads. No problem, says fucking Vinny, closes the door. So back comes your man Hill to the dressing room. Next thing, the music comes on again and louder again. So Claff turns around to your man Hill. He goes, Hilly, will you go down there and ask him, would he please turn off the music this time? So back he goes. Your man's go like, really? He's yeah, just go down and ask him, would he please turn off the music this time? Knocks on the door. Vinnie Jones answers. I think he was just swearing he's just in the togs and nothing else he was saying. And he says, the gaffer's wondering, he says, would you please turn down the music? No problem, says Vinnie Jones. Closes the door. Music thumping again anyway. Next thing you know, they get a knock at the dressing room door, Wimbledon's dressing room door. Brian Clough himself is there. Vinnie Jones was telling Crossley the story in Wales training. He opens the door, Brian Clough standing there. Walks in past him, picks up the ghetto blaster and busts it into about 50 pieces on the ground. Turns around to the whole dressing room, Wimbledon. Now play your fucking music, Wimbledon. And walks out the door. But the point was, Vinnie Jones and all the crazy gang, he said they sat there in disbelief going, oh fuck, Brian Clough's after fucking coming in. Come in, he made shit in their ghetto blaster and no one said a word to him.
Yeah.
Just that's the respect that he was held in there.
Even Vinnie Jones now.
Yeah. Crossley was just saying Vinnie Jones was telling him at Wales training, like they're all sitting there disbelief. Holy shit. You don't mess with Brian Clough, like.
Yeah.
What I heard was that Forrest signed John Fashanu. And I said, that there was no transfer deadlines or anything that time. Like, so paid nice money for him now. All done from the scouts. I don't think Clough had seen him. Like, Clough didn't do any of that. And he'd assess him after 4 or 5 games. And if he didn't fucking like him, they'd move him on again. Like.
Yeah.
Fashanu was brutal. Missed a pile of fucking chances. Cloughy says he can't hold up the ball, he can't pass the ball, he can't dribble, he can't defend. Get him fucking out of here. So your man, he'd been benched for a couple of games and Fashanu went to see him, like, and he says, I'm afraid, son, your time with this glove is up, it's time for you to go, like. Why is that? He says you
get
can't.
in there.
Oh, lovely goal.
Yeah, I tell you, every time we tell a story, Tielemans, great hitter,
excellent. Get in, Villa.
No, I want to see this again because did the Arsenal fella hit this in or did Tielemans get it? It was very close.
Yeah, any chance of offside? Is there?
Super ball inlets. I mean, it's an art that's been lost in the game. That quick cross in.
I don't know why that's offside anyway.
No, Tielemans buries it.
Gets right across the defender. Look at him get across the defender here. Yeah, that's brilliant.
And puts his head in.
Brilliant. And he puts his head in where the boot is as well. That's brave. Ball, that's fucking strong running.
But how often do you see the cross from that?
But look at him get across the defender, Clive. That's top class.
No, but my point is that fast cross rather than this tendency to go to the end line and then cross. Get it in there quick. Get it in Super ball from Lucas Digne. Yeah, it was a brilliant ball.
But that's it.
I won't finish the story while Arsenal are attacking because sure as God it'll be fucking 3-1.
It's all kicking off now, yeah.
Just fix the old scoreboard there. Sorry about that. Try and tell 2 stories here. There's 2 goals. Quick, Jack. Will you tell a fucking story here? Will you?
What? They're attacking here now. So anyway, Fashanu goes to see him.
Right, Brian Clark.
Oh! Get in there!
Oh! It's the post. Tielemans again.
Man.
Oh my God!
Oh, I thought he buried it.
Oh, he's saying it's a deflection, is he? He's looking for the corner.
Oh, what a fucking 5 minutes from
single-handedly dragging him into this.
Does he block it?
Oh, that's a great fucking
Does it take?
Would have been a lovely.
Does it take a nick? Oh, it does off. He does off his calf. It does. Hits his calf. Watch.
Does it really? Does it?
No, there's nothing in that.
Maybe, but
he gets the curl in it, but there's not enough swipe.
Oh,
Villa have come not in a million years.
Get John Duran on the fucking pitch, will
you? Oh yeah, Watkins.
Now is the time to bring him on.
Yeah,
because you
need the energy.
Give the whole team a kind of a kick in the hole.
Give the old supporters a lift. Give everyone a lift.
So another story destroyed, Doc. You want to start there
Another
again?
story destroyed. But anyway, so Fashanu had been dropped for the couple of games, so he wanted to see Clough, like, to find out why, like. Clough tells him, you can't score, you can't pass, you can't fucking defend, you can't link up play. You know, it's time to move on, son. So he said, look, and I have a couple of days to think about it. He says, fair enough. So he came back after 2 or 3 days and he said, I've had a really good think about it. And I've had a talk with God, and God wants me to stay here and fight for my place. He says, well, son, in Nottingham, he says, there's only one God, and I think you should move on.
Go away. What a line.
3 days later, he was gone back to Norwich.
Class. What a line. Well, if anyone could get away with that, it was him. This game has come roaring into life now.
Yeah, that goal kind of came out of nowhere for Villa.
Out of nowhere. Great finish from Tielemans. And then the fucking followed up with the shot off the post. Or at least there's a game in it now, like the results in the balance, do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, have we someone on the sideline getting booked here?
Arteta Mountain, is he? Oh, Emery. I would have thought it would have been Arteta now.
Good evenings after...
But I thought the usual now is they get the fucking assistants to do all the giving out for him so that if they get sent off.
Oh,
Yeah. They just stand there behind him.
Yeah.
It's almost like a ventriloquist.
You're almost going, will you go up there and fuck him out of it, will
Ball
you?
him there so you get sent after the
Yeah.
stands.
he's a touchline ban now for the next game.
For fuck's sake, thinking that.
Absolute thing and
I
that.
should come to a GA game.
You end up getting a touchline ban for that.
It's nonsense. 3 yellow cards again. Touchline ban. What a lot of
Crazy,
shit.
yeah. And that it mustn't get cleared off in January, say, or after the first half of the season.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
no.
that'd
Yeah,
be something
you know.
like, do you know,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, like all yellows and all that shit
Yeah,
should be
should be
fucking
wiped out.
reset.
Yeah. I think it's the same for the players, isn't it? It's like after the first half of the season, it goes up to 10 yellow cards then for your next ban. Like, say if you have to get 5, you get 5 yellow cards, you get a game ban.
Was there a time in the Champions League you used to do that after a certain point? Was it after the group stage in Champions League the yellow card thing was reset or something, no?
Yeah, it
It
used to
is,
be
I
after
think,
the group
yeah.
stages, yeah.
Which was proper order, like.
Have they done away with, I think, you can't get suspended, say, in the semi-final and miss the final now either with a yellow card. I think they might have done away with that too.
It's a corner, right. Odegaard, very clever there. Rolls it
Yes,
off.
rolls it
Dina's
off
foot.
his foot, yeah.
Because like, that was killer for some players. You pick up a yellow card in
Ah,
the
yeah, sure,
semi-final,
Keane.
you're gone from final. Look at
Keane,
Keane.
sure,
Yeah,
99.
exactly.
Keane and Scholes.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Scholes missed it.
Yeah, sure. That was the heart ripped out of our
two of them in the
midfield.
suits.
The fact they went down to win it was miraculous.
Yeah.
Who started in midfield then?
Beckham and Jonathan Greening, was it?
Jesus Christ.
Greenan, was it?
Something like that, I think, yeah. It was hardly Phil Neville, was it? Or was it Nicky Butt?
I was going to say, was Nicky Butt not around that time? He surely would have gone in there.
But I'd say, yeah. I don't remember Jonathan Greening playing the Champions League final live. Oh!
Oh, Martinelli.
His Clement was a corner.
Offside anyway, was he? Or maybe
no,
comes
I'd say
back
he was
on, I
just
think,
back
yeah.
on, yeah.
Dina's made a bit of a difference coming on there anyway for Maxon. And
Yeah,
he's
it's
set up
made
the
a big
cross
difference.
Well, as you said, I think it's time for Durand. Come on now.
Yeah, I think so. Watkins hasn't done shit this half. And to be honest, what he did in the first half, he was lucky to see the second half.
I think Duran's a better striker anyway.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, 100%. He's American, is he, Duran?
No, he's Colombian, I think.
Colombian, is it?
Yeah.
He played in America, didn't he?
Is that
I
where
don't
he
know.
came from?
Don't
Yeah, I
know
think
much
so.
about him now, to be
Okay.
honest.
That's why I was thinking he was American. I thought he came from the MLS.
Yeah.
Peter Schmeichel in the crowd. Oh, Dennis Burkham. Jeez, he looks like Schmeichel there for a second. It's
Where are
actually
you going with
that
Schmeichel? I could recognise the face, but the hat, he looks entirely different.
with the hat. He looked.
That didn't look
He looked
like
like Peter
Burkham at
Schmeichel at the
all,
start
yeah.
of it.
He must
Before he
have got
before he turned the head, it was
There
like,
he is,
oh,
Doc.
he must have
There's
got the
Malin.
boat over.
Malin is on the bench for
Oh, is
Villa.
he?
Yeah. I didn't think he would have been.
Did it pay big
available
bucks
yet.
for him?
25 million or something.
And what
like
is he,
that.
midfielder? Or?
Winger.
Winger.
Yeah.
All right. Ah, jeez, this is the game to bring him on. So
Yeah.
Jones
another
had a
corner
very,
kick to Arsenal, and it's cleared
very,
by Villa.
very poor season for Villa has been your man Bailey.
Yeah. He just can't get into the squad at all.
But he's playing poorly even when he's getting his chances. He's just having a bad season.
Watkins
He was really
brings
good
it out,
last
but-
year.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
Watkins.
yellow ref.
They're
Come
Trossard
on.
takes him out. It was a good good work from Watkins there, in fairness.
Yeah,
I wonder though, is that because Rodgers is having such a good season?
possibly.
No, like is he
But
keeping?
I think Bailey just hasn't been playing well by all accounts.
Yeah.
From what I've seen and from anything I've heard, it just
I get the feeling with Bailey, he's one of those lads. He turns up and he's lethal, and then you mightn't see him.
good last season.
Yeah.
Like
Well, he tends
was.
to be always good against United, the fucker. Then he is it. He's always a thorn on our side.
maybe that's where I've seen most of him. I'm judging him too good against shit opposition, putting too much emphasis on his United performances.
Although saying that about Rodgers, he hasn't really done much in today's
hasn't
game.
in
now.
this
Oh,
game,
he
yeah.
kicked the ball today.
I suppose there's a lot of defensive work going on today for Villa.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
fucking Arsenal have dominated. Like. Good ball in.
Cash ain't a bad
No,
fullback.
he's a good fullback.
Oh, that's a great ball in.
go in there!
Yes! Game on! What a finish!
Watkins.
I always said he was
Setting a
class.
great record against Arsenal.
I always said he was
setting
class,
a
that
great
fella.
record against
Oh,
Was
Arsenal.
never in doubt, folks.
Villa's Calvert-Lewin, is it?
Yeah, and Calvert-Lewin, he did his best to miss it in off the underside of the bar. What a ball in! I was
2-0 up
just,
to 2-all.
just it's
Great
like,
comeback
It
from
was
Villa.
like a vision I had, Jack. I said,
Yeah.
that Cash ain't a bad fullback. He puts in a killer across.
No, I
They're-
like him. I have to say, I like Matty
That's
Cash.
a great ball in.
Oh, the defender.
Oh,
though.
who's that? Is it Havertz gets out? He misreads the
Is
ball.
it Havertz? Yeah, what's he even doing back there defending?
Oh.
I suppose it is too high from
Ah,
Great
it's
Oh,
cross.
that's a
Good
great
finish.
finish.
That's
Great
good
finish
finish.
into the roof of the net. And it's 2-2.
He's Flano's favourite non-Liverpool player,
Who?
Matty Cash.
Yeah. That's some ball in. A great finish in fairness to Watkins. I'll give him credit for that. He manages to keep it down just enough.
Oh, and
Ah,
into
that's
the roof of
lovely.
the net.
He
too,
follows it the whole way, in fairness. Like, he
What
really
a
does
ball
follow
in.
the flight of the ball right onto his foot. Bang.
Great
Yeah.
goal.
Really
And we're
good finish from
2-2.
Watkins now, to be fair.
Yeah.
See, Clive, I told you he was no Calvin Lewin.
Yeah,
Fuck's
well,
sake.
fair enough. That was Calvert-Lewin. He probably hits his
raw.
knee and into fucking Rosie, and then he goes down and starts, big angry face going, yeah, I usually put those away.
We were probably being a bit harsh on him there as well, saying get him off for Duran. He turns
Oh, well,
up
I
then.
think it's just the time of the game and needs
Yeah.
to change, and he's worked hard up there on his own, like.
Well, do you know what? Could you possibly bring Duran on for fucking Roger?
you-
Oh, no, they
you-
might bring on the new signing for him, maybe.
I'd nearly be keeping the two of them
He's a
on now.
mile offside.
Has to be.
We're not even going to go to VAR for that one, says
No.
the ref. And Lego Head looks furious.
Yeah,
This is a bit of a test now for Arsenal
Yeah.
because
This is a
you're
test.
basically kind of
This is the league. This is their league.
you're
like.
putting the
I'd
ribbon
not
on
be
top.
smart,
You're
like.
putting the ribbon on top
But
here.
wasn't
The
it- was
title
it
for
last-
Liverpool.
Was it last year as well that it was the Villa game cost them pretty much?
That's right.
Staying
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
running,
yeah. That's right.
So,
That was about only 3 or 4 games to go, or maybe 3
yeah, it was
games to go.
closer. Yeah. What's
Oh, he was
on
going to take him off, was he?
here?
Is that what they're talking about?
Was Duran getting ready?
Well,
Or
sure,
maybe Madden?
one instant doesn't make up
But
for.
sure, not when you've ran your arse off for 70
Yeah.
minutes
Yeah.
up front and you're
Yeah.
on as well. Like, you need fresh legs. Like,
Oh, Matty
Yeah.
Cash got a bloody mouth here.
he's Polish, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's a fella.
Yeah,
like, you'd never
you'd
think,
never
with
think
the
of a name
as
like
well,
Matty
yeah.
Cash that he'd be Polish.
Yeah.
Like,
Duran waits for his chance.
Yeah, back on the bench.
Is that Bailey to his right then? Is
It
it?
is, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Bailey beside him. I still like that. As we're saying, I still would have brought Duran on. I know Watkins
He
scored a
still,
goal.
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever,
But look, now you want to be bringing him on in the next couple of minutes anyway. To be
Yeah.
honest.
but Bogarde coming on, is he?
No, I think
Or
he's
he
just
was
talking
on
to him.
already, yeah.
that's that fucking Egypt, the set piece coordinator for Villa. What game was it they were showing? And they were showing him, and he was roaring at him like for
He
the
looks
corner.
like he should
and
be
you're
a-
there going, would you ever fuck
He
off?
looks like he should be a front man for some fucking band or something.
I know. Yeah, he looks like a Nickelback tribute
Yeah,
band
yeah.
fucking singer. And here the corner's coming.
Set piece coaches, that's his part-time
Yeah.
job.
Fair play to Villa, lads. Fair fucking
Yeah, they
play. 'Cause
brought
I
it
did
back,
not see this
yeah.
coming.
Just goes to show, like in the Premiership, there's so little between these teams. Like, do you know,
I suppose even that United game, that looked like up to the 82nd minute,
Oh.
they were in trouble.
Well,
and then
Martinez has that.
it finishes up 3-1 at the end, you know. They can turn
I
around.
couldn't believe
on
it
a dime.
because I
Yeah.
saw it was 1-0. I didn't see it again until it was over. I couldn't believe it was 3-1.
Oh,
rejected.
yeah.
jeez. I watched the whole thing and I couldn't believe it, Shane.
Yeah. It was the most unjustified, like 3-1 win. You came away from it feeling dirty at the end. Like, we got the 3 points. Didn't deserve it.
That does not look like a good kick out. There was snow on that one.
But yeah, Emery's done some job, and
He's a great manager.
yeah. I mean, even what he did with Sevilla as well. Like,
Phenomenal stuff what he did over. Sure, he's Europa League or UEFA Cup, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
His record in that is just outrageous. Was it 4 times he won it?
I think it's 4 now, yeah. Just your man's about 10 yards away from where the throw-in was supposed to be. Yeah, I always thought Arsenal didn't give him enough of a chance, though. Emery.
No, he had a lot of garbage. Like Arteta came in after him then, and Aubameyang and all these guys were turfed out. Like Emery had to deal with all those divas, you know, and wasn't probably given the chance to offload them all
or his own rebuild or anything.
Yeah. No, I think they made a mistake there, if I'm being honest. No, at the time, looking in from the outside, you'd be thinking, yeah, maybe he had to go, but I mean, he has pedigree, like, and he's proven it.
His attention to detail and video analysis and all that are unreal.
Yeah.
But fair, you can't be that successful in Europe and not be a good manager.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean,
it's great to see some managers like that who probably, you know, just didn't work for him at certain clubs or they weren't the right fit at certain clubs. But like to see Nuno come back and do the job he's doing, to see
delighted for him. Yeah.
Silva at Fulham,
but
Emery
even like,
at Villa, like I think it's brilliant.
And you have to make the Rice. Oh, he shaves the outside of the post.
Great strike from Rice, in fairness.
Rice is always good for an old belter of a goal too.
And what you really have to respect, as you're saying, Doc, is that that wasn't too far away.
Oh, it wasn't too far away.
Here's the angle. Oh, look at this curling net.
Yeah.
The fact that he came back, Emery, and took over Villa, it wasn't like he was coming back, taking over. Like Arsenal at the time would have been top 4 side, but Villa were top 10, I suppose, if they were lucky at that time.
Apparently, your man is supposed to be very good. Is Monchi? Is it? He's the director. They have a director there at Villa, and he's supposed to be brilliant at just identifying talent and like running the club and everything.
Go on.
But I think
they've obviously done a good job.
I think himself and Emery worked together before.
Given the size of the city as well, like, do you know,
yeah,
there's more fucking people in Birmingham than there is in the whole island of Ireland. 32 counties. Like,
there's
you know what I mean?
Nearly twice the population, Doc.
No, it's about 6 million.
No,
in Birmingham.
It was 9 about 5 years ago. So I don't know
no, it's not. It's not that many.
It is. Yeah. Birmingham it's the second largest city in England.
I know
it's
that.
massive.
I'm sure London is 10 or 11.
But then you look at Birmingham themselves then as a football club and
but they've been
struggling
champions,
big time.
Yeah.
But like that's it. Like you've got Villa and Birmingham in the same city. Like they should all be like.
Yeah.
It's great to see Villa back.
Well, West Brom are in the outskirts, but they're still be Birmingham area. Like.
Well, thankfully we've got one of them that are back, kind of in the conversation again. Because when you had Villa down
and all
in
those
the
kind of clubs
around
there, like Coventry wouldn't be too far away, Wolves wouldn't be too far away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if that was
here's Villa
intentional or not, but he's away.
Go on.
Here
we go. Go on, Matty.
And Cash is off.
Matty Cash.
It's 3 versus 5, though.
Oh, he just
free
ref.
referee. Stop! Bollocks, ref. The free's the other way.
That's a free Villa, and he gives advantage to Arsenal.
No, I think they took the free kick. It wasn't they took a quick one.
Oh, did he? Did he give it?
Yeah, no, he gave it. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought the Villa lad had bought it free.
So
I
did
know
I.
myself. He got his foot in front of your man. I thought.
I'd like to see it again.
Shit! Touch all Havertz.
Brilliant.
Touch from Havertz. Jesus.
Rogers
done well there, and he's won the throw.
Rogers looks wrecked now. There's nearly time to be.
Time for the new man to come on.
It's time for the
Emery,
new
no.
man.
This is where Emery needs to make a decision. Do you hold out for the point or do you go for it?
Either way, if your man is bollocks, he has to go off.
Yeah.
I think the way Villa play, they normally always go for it, don't they?
Well,
Like they're an attacking
Arsenal
team.
have to. So you see now, there's been a couple of
there's no
chances
point,
there
like-
now.
Oh, look at that first stat.
There's been a couple of opportunities there for Villa in the last 5 minutes with Arsenal, with
But
counter
for the
attacks.
sake of 1 point, like the value of 1 point versus 3, you kind of have to go for it now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. Like Villa are pushing big time for Europe now as well. If they can get a Champions League spot, that'll be massive.
If they lose out 1 point, it's no big deal. But the value of 3 is massive.
There's some competition for that 4th place, lads.
Unreal.
Fucking hell.
Look at Newcastle even now with the run
Newcastle
they're
and
on.
Chelsea will be thereabouts. City and Villa will give, and it is
All
You'd
for that
wonder
one
will-
not
spot.
Forest.
You'll wonder, will Forest fucking start to shit the bed as it comes towards the end of the season?
To be honest with you, usually with teams like that, you'd expect them to start shitting the bed around September or October. They go off in their run early in the season. You're thinking that's not going to last, but not Forest. They're
They
keeping it
normally
going.
don't. They normally don't last till Christmas.
They're
really, those things,
tough as nails. Like,
and as we were saying, your man Nuno is a good manager too.
No, and there's lots of
guide for
teams have had their little run. Brighton had it early in the season. Fulham had it for a while. Now Newcastle had it. Bad result today. There's a lot of those clubs have had 4 or 5 really good games together.
Yeah.
But they just have slipped back then again.
Fulham are actually doing quite well too. I was looking at the table there earlier. They're 7 points ahead of United at the moment. Fulham.
well, actually, only recently they've been going poor enough. No, I don't know. They won this weekend. They won today.
Yeah.
But they've lost a couple of games.
in a row.
Recently.
And Spurs, lads. 3 points from 27.
He's surely on the chopping block.
1 win in 9. Oh, I think he's...
He's
No,
Bruce's
the only
cook.
thing is apparently the fans haven't completely turned on him or anything like because
Well, they can't because not that they can't, but it's kind of a Martinez will gobble that up.
Tidies it
It's
up.
kind of a pardon the language, but it's kind of a skull fuck if you're a Spurs fan because just when you think Ange you're finished, they'll go out then they'll beat the shite of someone a decent side 3-0.
But they've had like one win from 9. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not good. Like,
No, I
it's
think
desperate.
they do have a lot of injuries at the moment. Like their defense is riddled with injuries, so I think that's
oh,
cost them a lot,
absolutely.
yeah.
And like the one fella they need is Mickey Van de Ven because
He's the one.
you need that speed centre half.
Yeah.
To cover in the style that you play that he wants to play, you need that. Like, and the other thing I heard or read somewhere, but
here's the man coming on
they
now.
have the lowest spend of percentage of their turnover on players' wages, so they spend less than 50% of their income on players' wages, and most clubs are 70-75. So they just don't have a big enough squad. Like.
Yeah.
Watkins makes way for
Time for Duran.
Duran to come on and see what a ball in from Cash here.
That's an attacking substitution or attack-minded
It's great to see it.
substitution.
Look, he's only giving him fucking barely 10 minutes. Like, but
I know,
well, sure,
but
in
like
injury
he's
time, he'll
looking-
get the bones of
Like we're saying,
14, 15
it
minutes.
looks like
anyway.
they're going for it in Villa, yeah.
So Watkins for Duran, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice to see Duran Thunder Bastard now from
Oh, I'd love to see
25
it.
metres.
He has it in the locker, innit?
He certainly fucking has. Oh yeah, Colombian, you're right.
It could be Colombian or is it Ecuadorian even?
Oh, it could be.
It's one or the other anyway.
Tough news yesterday, Jack, for all United fans. Poor old Dennis Law passing away.
Dennis Law, yeah.
What an absolute legend. I was chatting to...
Scored the
I
goal
was
that
chatting to
relegated
someone-
you.
I was saying it to someone last night. Yeah, true. I was saying to someone last night, like, not many players in the world will get a statue built outside their stadium, but of that many, a fraction will get a statue built outside a club like Manchester United or Liverpool or Real. You know, you have to be something spectacular
Exceptional, yeah.
to get that sort of credit. Just when you read his story of his career, like what a player. I mean, coming down as a young fella from Scotland, and it goes to show, like, it's about timing and it's about getting the breaks. He was only a small little skinny whippet of a thing, but he was 15, and apparently a brother or some relation of the Huddersfield manager was up in Aberdeen and saw him playing for a local club and said, geez, this lad, there's something about him. You should take a punt, and this lad, he's going to do well, even though he was only 15. And they were saying in below, when he arrived, they all thought, like, he's obviously going to play with the youth team or something. He's only a child, like, he was like 15, I think, but he was 5 foot nothing, skinny as a rake. And who was assistant manager of Huddersfield when he went? Bill Shankly.
Go away.
Really, yeah.
Another Scot, of course. So himself and Shankly took him under his wing, used to bring him off to feed him. He was sent off to eat steaks and not fatten him up, but bulk him up.
Bulk him up, yeah.
Oh, chance here,
but
great block.
they were saying at the first few trainings like that this guy was arriving in, and they're all thinking, what's the kid doing here? Like, he shouldn't be with the men's team. And they said after 5 minutes, oh yeah, fair enough. They said speed, technique, the whole lot. They said they said they'd never seen anything like it at that age. So Shankly took him under his wing, I think, and Shankly was there for, I think, a good few years. And then Shankly ended up, I think, getting the move to Liverpool. And believe it or not, Dennis Law wanted to follow him to Liverpool because he wanted to go with
He
Shankly.
looked after him, yeah.
It's amazing that didn't happen then.
So what happened was Liverpool were skint. And Dennis Law had built up, Law was banging in the goals at this stage for Huddersfield. So his value would obviously skyrocketed, even though they were down to divisions. But Liverpool couldn't afford to buy him. So Manchester City and Arsenal, I think, came in for him, and he went for City. And he said the manager just convinced him to go. The manager had something about him. He just said he believed in their project, so he went there. Now he did brilliant at City, and then he went to Italy for a year or two, and eventually came back. Then United came and signed him. And hit the ground running, but it's just funny. Like he would have been part of a 3-man attack there at United, where each of the 3 of them would have been European Footballer of the Year, which was, you don't see that too many times
in one club.
Who were the other 2?
Charlton
and Best.
Yeah. So there was 3 of them in the United side who won European Footballer of the Year. So actually they their golden year there, but. Yeah. And then obviously as fate would have it, I think a new United manager came in, and for whatever, Law was shoving on at this stage now, but manager told him he didn't want him. He was going to be released on a free. So he went back to Man City. Man City said they'd love to have him back. So obviously because he'd history there, he went back. And the last league goal he scored of his career was the back heel to relegate United.
Yeah.
The most
as he says himself.
Celebrate it,
look, he says himself, he just threw a heel at it. He didn't expect it to go in, but it nested it. Now look at the other side of it too. Is striker's instinct kicks in. You get a chance.
You're a pro. You have to act as a pro. There's no place for sentiment in sport.
And the other side of that is you're looking at a guy in the sideline who decided to sell you, so you're going to want to stick it to him. Now he didn't celebrate the goal. Obviously he wouldn't, but. The King Dennis Law, an absolute just and he would go on into bulk up, and I think he got up to 5'9" or something. But
he made I was saying
he was
that
strong as an ox, but he was some man to win a header too.
United team from 1960 forward. He had him centre forward, so he left out Cantona, he left out Rooney, he left out Van Nistelrooy, and picked Dennis Law in a front 3 with Ronaldo and
that kind of says a lot too when you're leaving out guys like that.
Actually, it was interesting what he said about Charlton, and he said he played with him obviously, but he said, you're playing midfield with someone and you're trying to give him an option and blah blah. He said, if it was any other player doing what Charlton did, you'd absolutely ball him out of it, because he said you'd be wide open. You're just not getting the ball, because he's just gone around 4 fellas and hitting a shot from 40 yards into the top corner. He said it was insane. He said he didn't need him. He was able to do it all himself. He said any other player he played with needed him to make a move or show for him, or give the 1-2. Or he said Charlton was the one player, he said, that actually he didn't need him beside him.
I was talking to a man only last night who saw Best, Charlton and Law play in the flesh.
Action,
And
the old lad?
Yeah, he was at. He saw
I remember him talking about Dennis Law before.
He went over twice to see him. Yeah. I think actually one of the times he went over was the season they'd been relegated, so they were in the 2nd division. He went over that year to see him too. But he was saying Charlton's thump of a ball was just insane.
Yeah, he was saying the damage he'd probably do now with the ball that's
exactly,
there.
Exactly. With the ball that's there now, you're talking like Hedgie. Imagine the likes of a Hedgie having a pop with a ball like that. Yeah. But it was sad news to hear poor Dennis Law's gone.
But sure, I suppose they're just getting to that age, aren't they?
But isn't that even saying that
you must have been fucking
84.
I was going to say.
Even saying that about
Law, was 84,
Law coming through at 15 years of age, and we were talking earlier about Yamal, and isn't it mad? It's strange, those things actually were happening then as well, I suppose.
Villa playing good stuff here.
Go on, chance! Go on! I thought Ray left it under his arm.
Poor shot, and Ray still nearly made a ball.
Looked like it could have been a howler from
Bailey
Ray.
Come on there, did he?
He did, yeah.
But you're right, Jack. And 15 at a time when you could literally get boxed into the face.
Like a way tougher time.
Way tougher. Yeah.
But
they grew up tougher too, like.
They did, yeah. But sure, there were lads at 15 years of age. Lads were full time.
They were fucking working.
You were in shipyards.
You were on the buildings.
Yeah,
you were on
shipyards and whatnot.
You could have been doing a lot worse than playing soccer. Like you could be down the mines or fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, with your mal, even they were probably looking after him, or players would be like, "Oh, take it easy on him." I'd say back then, Law was probably getting fucking tackles flying.
The other side of it too, right? I think he was on £3 a week, and the digs were 2, or was it 4 a week he was on, and the digs were 2. And he used to send his mother £1. So he said he had to survive for the week, he says, on £1. And that's, you know, and he said it was nothing. They had no money. But he says the digs, he said he was waking up every morning. The digs, they were making him bacon. He was getting bacon and egg because they were obviously, I'd say, under orders from the management. Jesus, a dirtbag deflection.
Sake.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Moreno.
And Arsenal looked like they're after scraping through. Did Moreno kick this off of Havertz?
That was after for Arsenal, lads.
Yeah.
Havertz is after running off celebrating here like he's some sort of messiah, but I think it was Moreno took the shot.
I saw Villa players calling out for a handball, but I don't know.
Oh, that talk about against the run of play.
Please God, VAR intervene.
We'll see here now.
The Villa players just seem to stand up there.
Is there something that happens? Oh, it's a filth bag. Do you know? Actually, you know what? Moreno's shot was good though. It's going right in the corner.
It was going in.
The fuck. That has to be handball. If that's not a handball, the new rules are a disgrace. Yeah. He's not that
close to finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, ref.
There we go.
Oh, we're gone.
Cancelled out. No.
It's no goal.
No goal, free out.
Justice.
Jesus Christ Almighty.
Justice has been served.
Yes!
Liverpool fans rejoice. Poor old Moreno and Havertz. Havertz just can't get a break.
Well, you're going for our second league title in 30 years, you know.
You might get a few more if City get them all taken off them.
They're saying that even if that happens, that Liverpool won't be gifted the title, which I think is absolute bollocks.
That is bollocks, yeah.
And I would say that no matter whoever was
previous
second,
seasons,
there'll just be no winner.
Yeah, but what are they?
I know.
What's it all over? Is it because of signing all the young fellas? Is that what it's all about?
But
that doesn't necessarily interfere with first team affairs.
It's sponsorship and stuff.
As much and all as I believe they should be punished, I think stripping up titles and shit.
If they're dock points, like look at Everton last year, there were dock points, fucking.
Well, that's a fair point as well. Yeah. I suppose it's very hard to come back after the event, isn't it?
Yeah, especially like how tight some of those Premier Leagues were.
Yeah, sure, like the year we lost by a point, like.
The year United, the Aguero goal, cost United.
Yeah, we lost it on goal difference.
That was QPR.
That's the most biggest sickener of all time. Lost this title on fucking goal difference.
QPR stopping.
QPR packed it in for a finish. No, they were doing well for a while, but as soon as City got 1 goal, QPR crumbled.
Yeah. Did Joy Barton get sent off as well? Am I thinking?
Yeah, so I don't know. There was something you're thinking.
I think they were relegated anyway. Were they that year? QPR. I don't think they had anything.
They were playing for that. No, in fairness, for most of the game, they gave City a fair old match, but just City got an equaliser, and then it was like QPR said that was fair enough. Arsenal piling on the pressure here, but Villa defending well. That's a good ball. Trossard puts it across.
Don't.
Block.
Off the post. Oh, it's rattling around the bar.
Save Martinez.
Over a corner. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Trossard trying to get the crowd going.
Juan Martinez.
In between posts and Martinez, Villa keep it out.
Talk about a scramble in the box.
That Trossard again, another dangerous ball across.
It
could have been one shot. Is that Moreno again? Was it with the shot off the post?
It took a deflection too onto the post. Watch this.
That one there could have been very easily a penalty against Odegaard.
That's a great tackle out of who's here in the penalty spot, just as your man comes in to tap it in. Yeah. Super tackle. Did you see De Ligt's clearance against Arsenal the other night? Holy shite. Trossard coming in to tap it into an empty net.
I'd say Trossard was half celebrating.
Another corner, is it?
Do you know what I loved actually? That, or even Jack, you probably saw it as well in the game last night. Sorry, against Southampton.
Yeah.
So poor old Euro was getting roasted by
Thursday night. Thursday night.
Euro was getting roasted on the. I
heard he did a desperate game.
Well, it wasn't that he did a desperate game. Your man was just man's a rocket, a rocket.
Who was that him?
So I was thinking like
Suleimana.
All right,
number he just a rocket, and he was on form. He was having a great game, but I mean he was just scooting past him. He was kicking it on past him, and Euro was struggling to keep up with him. But I mean, we know their centre half. Euro's probably our fastest one, like.
Yeah.
So he was getting roasted.
I was just about to say it's not going to be Maguire.
And the other thing then is Amorim tried this thing of Diallo as the right wing back and Garnacho in front of him as the right winger. So they were he was exposed down the right hand side because obviously Diallo isn't a fucking defender. So he was left 1-on-1 with this fella the whole time. Ren was roasting him for pace.
Go on, Duran.
What? Oh, not the worst pass, but not great.
Oh, he's giving it away here.
Keep it.
Find him in the middle. Look. Yeah, good
but
ball.
they took Euro off Shane anyway eventually and brought Maguire
Hit
on.
it.
Did he touch it? A wee corner kick.
Did he?
He definitely touched it.
That looked like Ray fingertips that over
it
the
was
line.
going fucking wide, but he definitely touched it.
It kind of shows zero awareness of Ray to know where he was. Why would he put a hand to it at all?
The ref here now wants an Arsenal win. Is that freaking simple? But Euro gets taken off from Maguire. Maguire gets brought into the centre. Delish gets put out as the right centre half. I said he's going to get absolutely obliterated. First ball, Delish cuts him in half with a fucking tackle, and your man never touched the ball for the rest of the game. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how you
No, I mean, cut him in half, but won the ball cleanly into Rosie with a crunch and sliding tackle.
He has to know that every time that he puts his foot in the ball, he's getting crunched.
Now, your man now, in fairness, I suppose, at that stage of the game was probably knackered himself, but he didn't touch the ball after it anyway, and he was subbed off then within 5 minutes of the crunch.
No, and I was impressed even, and he didn't have his best day. I didn't think he was brilliant against Liverpool, but himself and Maguire put in 2 crunching tackles in the first half that really did set the tone, and...
You have to. There isn't enough of those types of centre halves around.
But even that Arsenal game, Maguire, they were saying he missed 2 trainings before that game for illness. Came back into it and played 120 minutes.
Yeah, but attitude is everything. I was only chatting to a fella today now about...
But the new formation suits him perfect. It's made for him. Go anyway.
But no, I was chatting to a lad today, like, we're only about underage hurling and stuff like that, but we were saying there was a game last year where our lads, all the talk in the schoolyard was they were going to beat this team because the team that they had played the week before, which we'd had hammered that team.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Oh, that's just setting up for a sucker punch.
So I was involved with this team last year, but the boys, and it was an away game, far as away as you could be. I won't mention the club. We went down. They were 3-5 to no score down after 10 minutes. Game over.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the boys who thought they were going to cruise.
They thought they were going to fucking cruise it. Now, they won the rest of the game. They were still beaten by 7 or 8 points, but it was entirely down to attitude.
You go into it thinking it's going to be an easy game and you get caught out big time.
But like that's how,
like in any sport at any level, if your attitude is wrong, if your mindset is wrong going into the game, if you think this is going to be handy, that's the day you're going to get your fucking hole handed to you.
The old classic foregone conclusion comes back to bite you in the hole.
No, you need to go into it thinking it's going to be a battle every time.
When we played the team that was the best,
and
they went on to win it, and our lads were really worried about taking a hiding.
Yeah,
they actually performed fucking brilliant, and they only lost the game by 2 points to a team that was 10 points better than them. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody ups their game when they know it's going to be a hard game, or they think it's going to be a hard game.
And they made it a battle, and they fought, and they fought, and they fought. They just weren't. They could have won it on the day. They didn't, but they gave themselves an opportunity to win it. Do you know what I mean?
Kept themselves in it. Yeah.
Well, they came out.
And that's only at under 13 level.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
not to talk of senior or fucking.
It's easy pep up a team like that after a drubbing. Like they came out chomping at the fucking bit, whereas the boys who think you're going to stroll it.
And it was the opposite.
Just wide from Trossard. I thought that was it. What an opportunity! Nice little ball through.
He's usually lethal from there too.
He's missed. He's missed. He's had a couple of chances.
He hasn't had the best of seasons now, to be fair.
Who gives the ball in? It's nice.
Is he offside?
Is that Lewis?
He might just be off.
Maybe just about offside.
The elbow's off for sure. I don't know what the call is.
It's not your elbow, it's your torso. You can't score with the elbow, so it's not counted.
As Havertz proved, you can score the elbow, but it doesn't count for sure. Trossard, he's just, I don't know, he's one of those guys that makes me uneasy when you're playing against him because he just has a goal in him. He's dangerous. He was a massive loss to Brighton.
I think he's better coming on. I always think he's good at
I think he's better coming on as well.
He always makes something happen. He's like he's like their version of your Jota, as I was saying.
He's strong on the ground there.
Will you fuck off? You're a bit soft here now.
Absolute horseshit. He went in with a brilliant fucking strong challenge. That's back 10 yards. Go back, you bollocks.
I don't know. I'm telling you, lads. It's ref. Has he got a Dennis Burkamp poster on the wall at
Could
top?
have, I'd say. Fucking kissing Arsene Wenger good night every time he goes to bed.
Little fucking clay thing he made when he was fucking 8 or 9 years of age.
Jeez, Sterling is on his own. I didn't even notice him come on.
He's hardly worth 175 grand a week that Arsenal have been paying him.
I was about to say, I'd say he's
That's
on
it,
big
Dean,
money,
yeah. Cut him in half. Oh, we're going to end the game with a set piece to Arsenal. Part of me said fair play to Dina, cut him in half.
I tell you now, I would be
But the other
really
part-
looking for Martinez here now to come and
Oh
fucking
yeah,
claim.
the ref is not going to give a penalty against a goalkeeper
No.
for punching or nailing
No,
the
what
form.
the fuck?
You do what
Come and claim. Like.
do what Schmeichel and them used to do
Yeah,
back in the day.
100%.
You come out with the knee up around here,
Yeah.
and your fists
We're-
are
no,
way higher again.
No
and you
Rhea
clear-
coming up for Renton.
Oh,
This
the
could be
guard's
a
going to use the left
yeah.
foot to swing this in. Oh,
Title
Jesus.
deciding.
Could be a
potential,
fucking title
yeah.
deciding free kick.
Villa don't deserve to lose this.
Look at them all lined up at the back post.
Blood up, ref.
This is it. Shitter bus. Arsenal with 5 at the back. Back post. They're moving
they're
now.
moving to the front
They're all
post.
over the place at the moment.
Oh, he's
and
hit it too
Odegaard's
far,
on a
he's
deep
hit it
one.
too-
Martinez will gobble that up.
Aye, Martinez.
And that
game
is
over,
that.
I'd say.
That was a poor delivery. Odegaard is right.
There we
It's
go.
all over.
Arteta with
Arteta.
the stick.
What the pool?
Looks like he swallowed a wasp. And Emery walks off going, yeah, good.
Sorry,
knee, good knee.
Arsenal fans, but I think that might just be the title done.
That's probably it, I'd say.
And have Arsenal fucked it away. Now, in fairness, Villa deserve it. Second
Villa
half.
deserved it.
2-0 down, I thought they'd be
come back and
fairly
get 2
draw.
goals. They deserve a draw. No more than the Forest game the other night for Liverpool. We probably were the team that could have won it. Arsenal were the team that could have won it. But the Villa performance deserved a point. Forest performance deserved a
Yep.
point.
And both teams here tonight now have missed chances as well. Arsenal probably missed a few more, but Villa had chances too. Like, go back to
small,
Watkins in the first
Didn't have
half.
too many clear ones, though, Clive. No, Arsenal, I'd say the XG there now is probably 4-1.
heavily
Like,
in
do you
favour.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
It's small differences, though, isn't it? There you have the Liverpool game, 2 90-minute goals there from Nunes, and then Arsenal just couldn't buy
Yeah,
a goal
but
at the end.
the big difference for Liverpool is you're bringing on genuine attacking threat, whereas
Yeah.
Arsenal don't have
That's
it.
the difference.
There's no
They don't have the
striker
squad
to
depth.
then, yeah.
Like
Who did they bring
Liverpool
on?
started
Sterling,
today with
yeah.
Salah, Diaz, and Gapco, right? So they would have had Jota and Nunes to bring on.
Yeah.
They would have had Jones to bring on. They would have had Dens to bring on. They would have even had Andy Robertson to bring on. Smikas actually started today.
Okay.
Just for anyone out there that was thinking that Andy Robertson's having a great season after I slagging him off there.
Oh yeah. We need to address. I said that there, didn't I? Hear last week. Doc?
And he
You weren't here to
He
defend
dropped
yourself.
today. But anyway,
we said it there. We said it here about a month ago.
that
That Robertson was struggling big time this year, which he is. Like,
He
he's
is,
getting
yeah,
found
no.
Oh,
out.
look, he's probably one of my favourite Liverpool players. Like, I'm not giving. He's been brilliant for us. He's been,
And we got slated.
We signed him for £8 million. He's probably been the best value signing out of all the fucking players that we've had.
Definitely,
He's an absolute diamond.
Yeah.
He's having a bad year. It happens. He might just have slowed a small bit.
Maybe it's just a natural decline.
Could be,
as well,
or
you
it
know.
could be he just doesn't quite suit the new system.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, he hasn't been useless.
He's just
but he hasn't been up
just
at the
starting
absolute
At his level.
his level.
So here's the
Yeah.
table.
By his
Here's the
standards,
table.
he's not
Liverpool's
playing well.
6 ahead with a game in hand.
Six
Tis
ahead with a
fucking
game in
made
hand.
for you,
all
for
over
God's
it.
sake.
Yeah.
Tis
We're
made
not-
for you.
Oh, no, what's that? 21 games, 22 games Arsenal have played? Is it 22 or 21?
Yeah, 22 to Arsenal. Liverpool with 21 played. Yeah.
Clive, you were
So
right. Twice
they've
Lee Hendry.
16
What's that?
games.
Lee
left.
Hendry.
Lee Hendry.
Boys, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I just want to check.
Yeah. No, you feel like Liverpool just have it now at this stage.
Well, you'd have to see. Obviously, Arsenal still have to play Liverpool, and Arsenal play City in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that's a huge game.
But like Liverpool have only lost the one game, haven't they?
Well,
The
they lost
Forest.
one game.
Yeah.
Forest, the only game we've lost.
But that's it. Even the games where they have been behind, like the Forest game even earlier in the week, like they still got the point, they got the goal, the leveler, you know.
Yeah.
They're still
And getting
scraping
those
it.
draws,
Yeah.
you know, like the United draw.
Like, I suppose going into it, you probably would have said Liverpool probably would have
I
thought
thought
3
it was
points handy enough.
I
you know.
thought it was going to be a tough
Yeah.
enough game. It's Liverpool United. You go back 20
Yeah.
years ago when you were winning titles and we weren't at the races. Liverpool United games were always fucking tight. So if United showed up with the right attitude, they were always going to have a chance.
Yeah, and they even had a tendency to like have a stalemate where it's like you'd see that Super Sunday,
Yeah.
Liverpool United 0-0 draw. Not no.
The
but then
games that win you
last
the league
year, yeah.
are the games today against Brentford. The fucking 0-0 with into injury time when you get the winner. They're the ones like.
Yeah. No, those 2 goals from Núñez today could be key now to Liverpool running away with it.
You'd hope, and they have a couple of Liverpool have a couple of I won't say there's no games handy in the Premier League at the moment because I think the standard across the board is up.
Yeah.
But let's say we have a few 3 o'clock kickoffs coming up.
Yeah.
So they're all not marquee games. They're probably games you should be winning. I think we've Bournemouth at home, and I can't remember who else now.
You would normally be saying it's a handy one, but the way Bournemouth are
going...
No,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're handy, but they are games you'd be expected to win.
Exactly.
You will be a strong favourite in the match.
It's kind of like if you had the list at the start of the season.
You would be going 3 points. Yeah.
That's it. It's funny then to look at that list at the end of the season and see those teams that you were like maybe sure thing, oh, should we have 3 points there? End up could be losses, especially United anyway, the way we've gone.
And even like Liverpool probably met United. He met us at the right time in that there was a week's break, wasn't there? There was all kinds of things that just stacked up in your favour.
And like United were at a low point anyway. We couldn't get much lower. Now it could have been a hammering, I suppose, against Liverpool, but they'd already come off the back of a lot of defeats. So
they had to show something. They literally had to.
Yeah, they were due a good result at some point.
So there they could be 2 very significant points dropped. I think that's the league.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that could be it.
I think that the window there was tightening, and even, do you know what? Even the Newcastle result today, because they kind of got themselves in the mix. I think today is a big day for Liverpool.
Yeah,
genuinely do.
Yeah, I know. Liverpool fans will be celebrating.
Everton, Spurs. You just
That's
never
a
know.
Big game for fucking Spurs tomorrow away to Everton.
City away to Ipswich won't be easy. Ipswich are tough.
Yeah, but they're in a bit of a...
Forest are guaranteed 3 points anyway. Chelsea, Wolves, you'd have fancy Chelsea. Dara Doherty sending an abuse again.
It was the bollocks. He was saying significant result for Arsenal dropping to 2 points at the end of the
curtains, lads.
And then he deleted it for some reason. And I was just agreeing with him. I think this weekend is
That's
huge.
why he deleted it.
It's curtains. I thought now Brentford, and you've got through a week there now with Forest and Brentford. I thought that could be the wobbler that sees you under a bit of pressure, but I think the fact you've strolled through, not strolled through, but
Dara saying it there, and I was saying it earlier, but I think even Newcastle losing today, like they had a bit of momentum. Isaac was flying.
Absolutely.
They had got themselves into a position where they could have pushed for the title, but today is a serious setback.
It is.
Whatever about top 4, I think it's curtains for any talk of title.
Whatever about them going to or playing Bournemouth and losing, but to get thumped like they did, that's going to knock you for
relegation scrap, lads.
Tottenham are, especially if Everton get a result tomorrow.
They're still 7 ahead of Everton. Yeah, if Everton won tomorrow, they probably are, right?
Yeah.
Did you think you'd ever see United and Spurs down round? That side of the table. When you see some of the teams that have managed to get their stuff together and get up here.
That's what I mean. Like, look at Fulham there.
Fulham up to 9. And Fulham have had a bit of a wobbler over the last fortnight.
They didn't have the greatest Christmas.
Shows how bad United have been that they're still 7
points. Like Brighton haven't had a great run either, and they're still in the top 10. Do you know what I mean?
Look at Bournemouth as well.
You have to still expect City to push for 4th, lads, wouldn't you?
Surely to God they're going to kick on. And new signings now after coming in.
New signings,
So what's your man's name? Marmouche.
70 million, 75 million.
75?
Yeah.
Holy
From
shit.
Frankfurt.
Striker or kind of a winger, or one of these lads across the front three kind of thing?
Striker, but they said he can play left wing as well.
Okay.
But he's having a great season. He's only behind goals now.
Where did he come from?
Frankfurt.
Okay.
Just let everyone watching know that we will be covering our first ever NFL game later.
We will. We know absolutely fucking nothing about
squad.
I would watch a bit of NFL, but I watch it to kind of relax and turn my brain off, so I don't like keep fucking stats or... I know Mahomes and I know a few of the more popular players, but I would know very little about it.
I think I've watched 2 Super Bowl finals in my lifetime, so I'm looking forward to watching Kansas City Chiefs versus Houston Texans.
Super Bowls,
I'd watch the Super Bowl most years now, and I'd watch the playoffs and I'd watch Red Zone a bit. But as I say, it's a turn your brain off at the door for me to watch it. Like I'm
wouldn't claim to be experts at all.
The Yanks are so much into their stats and the win-losses and the fucking yards for this and the catches for that and the number of sacks and I'm like, I follow enough sport. I just want to watch it and enjoy it.
I actually enjoy watching it. The odd time I click it on, but
really
I find at times I might watch it for 20 minutes and then I go away again. You know, that kind of a thing.
I like the the amount of tactics that are involved in as well, the different plays and everything that they come up with. It's something that you'd imagine it should be fairly basic of what they should do, but they have so many different plays.
Do you know what I find strange? Why is it when they're doing the fixtures for American football, they put the away team first?
It's just the way they do it in the States.
It's like Texans at Kansas City Chiefs.
It's the same bullshit they do with the fucking date. You know what I mean? Like 9/11.
Right.
It's fucking...
Everything is fucking reversed.
Yeah, everything is reversed.
Jesus, they must get fucking rightly frazzled watching the football.
Same as Dave now with my knowledge of NFL.
Well, yeah, Dave, I'd be the same, yeah. If we're watching this game back in the 90s, I could probably rattle off a few names, because we were all playing it back then.
Yeah.
All you need to know about tonight's game is Taylor Swift's boyfriend is playing for the Chiefs. So there you go, Travis Kelce, you know.
Right.
So the Swifties will be out in force tonight for tonight's match.
The only reason I watch her, just to see her in the crowd.
Yeah, she'll be there, yeah.
So we have
they'll show 40 shots of her during the fucking game as well. Like every time there's a lull, they'll cut her above in the box, like.
Yeah.
So is that the title, boys?
Look, to be honest, well, Arsenal are never winning it anyway. So it was, for me.
It was really down to the two.
Yeah, well, for me, it was up to someone to come from behind the pack.
Forest, no chance of a Leicester City.
I don't know.
I can't see it. Unless everyone will get horrific injuries, which I don't see.
People are saying this, given this Leicester comparison. Absolute bollocks.
Yeah, it is.
Leicester were clear at Christmas the year they won the league, right? They were top. No, they had the lead.
Yeah, but you
big difference.
No, big difference. But you have to also understand that Leicester's biggest threat that year were Spurs. Yeah. That'll tell you how bad it was. A season where City were shit, Liverpool were shit, United were shit, Chelsea were shite. So the only ones that they had as competition that season were Spurs, and Spurs fucked it away as well. If you're being honest, they were never going to get a better chance. Spurs fucked it away. Leicester kept their shit together. Absolutely delighted for Leicester.
But they were in a position where they were in front, though.
Yeah,
they were comparing.
And
they kept
like Forest behind there. Are they 6 or 7 points behind? And I think they have the same number of games played now because they play tomorrow. So they're still.
Well, they needed to beat you the other night.
They really did. If they were going to be title contenders, they needed 3 points.
What Forest are doing is unreal.
They were comparing the two teams and saying which would be the bigger achievement, Forest to win it or Leicester. But they're actually saying that Forest have spent millions.
But sure, they got promoted there, was it 2 years ago?
The value in it was very little.
I saw a thing actually talking about squad values of Chelsea this year, and they're in that Europa Conference League or whatever, right? So the value of the entire Chelsea squad, and we know the size of it, is 1.6 billion. And the value of every other squad in the Europa Conference League combined is 1.5 billion.
But tell me this now: when you say the value of Chelsea's squad, you're talking about what they paid to get these players.
I'm taking whatever you're bound to have assets on your books, like so the value, their current valuation,
their actual valuation in terms of transfer value at the moment
of every player.
They've signed someone to lads there who turned out to be donkeys.
But they had that, and they had when they played Shamrock Rovers, and Shamrock Rovers, I think was maybe 4 million. I think was the value of their squad compared to Chelsea's. Like the difference. Yeah, massive. And the wages, imagine the wage difference.
So imagine every other club in the entire fucking competition, and they're still 100 million off the value of Chelsea's fucking squad.
It's obscene, yeah. So who else have City signed? City now are really pulling out all the punches.
He was the only one that I heard.
Pulling out all the stops.
They've signed two defenders, 2 centre halves. They've signed a Brazilian guy for, I think it could be 35-40 million, just straight from the Brazilian leagues coming in.
Okay.
And then they've
the one thing about Brazilian defenders are always hardy though.
They are. His fitness won't be up to scratch.
I think is his name, a centre half as well, but spending big money, 50 million, 60 million.
Have they not signed a fucking? They've no fullbacks.
No, and neither of those guys.
I know Kyle Walker's gone.
Yeah.
And they've no fullback.
Well, they're probably putting their faith in.
They have your man Rico Lewis, I suppose, is been playing away there, but
I'm not sure if he's good enough.
No, he isn't. He's a midfielder.
Well, the other
and they played the other fella that they signed from, was it Wolves? What's his name?
Nunes.
He's been played there a couple of times. He's played left back and he's played right back, and he's a midfielder as well.
But the left back they're sorted because they have Vardiol and Nate Naki
plays there too. Centre half.
Oh, I know, but he's been playing left back since he pretty much signed with
them.
He's
a shit left back.
Oh, sure, look, he's still got a few goals. The fucker.
He's had an awful season.
He's fine going forward. It's defending is the issue.
Yeah. But So anyway, will we leave it at that?
Yeah, I'd say we could wrap it up.
I think we could wrap it up.
We've another
folks.
fucking 2 hours, 3 hours to do here in a while.
We have to. For anyone who's in for a long and lonely night, if you want to check back in with us around.
We'll be on about 9:15, and we won't be off
sitting
air
here watching NFL, and just like a bunch of lads who haven't a clue what they're watching, we'll give it a go and we'll see what happens.
Well, it'll be more about the drinking than the watching than the commentary, I'd say, to be fair.
True, and we're hoping now we might get a few Americans messaging in. You never know.
Might do.
I'm not driving home, folks, so there'll be a few cans drank this evening, that's for sure.
Yeah. So the knowledge spewed out of you later
I'd
around
say
10,
top
11
class
should
fucking
be
shit
absolute.
talk
Yeah.
now,
Well, look, at least we'll have it on tape, anyway, 'cause
recreating
you
some
don't
of the
want to
plays
miss that
there,
shit anyway,
yeah.
for sure. Look, for anyone who watched, thanks a million. Really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, better again, stick in a comment. If you're watching after the event, we'd love to hear any comments about the game, what you've just watched. Is that the end of Arsenal's title run? Anything else you want to get in touch with us about, we'll always get back to anyone who messages in. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see what we're going to do next week. We'll put it out on our socials in the next couple of days as to what we're covering next weekend, but we will be back on in a couple of hours. So to Jack, thanks a million for coming on. It's great to have you.
Nice to make your debut here with
Gremlin
Sports.
A 4-goal thriller.
Yeah.
Not a bad game to get.
Doc, it's a pleasure as always here at Wolfhounds Bar.
Cheers, boys. I enjoyed that now, to be fair.
Yeah. So we will be back here later, and we'll be in touch on our socials. And thanks very much, everyone.
On the pool.
We'll talk soon.